Madam, alone because we are still part of Nigeria. So, Baduro or the hotel, or even kill you. And we don't want that to happen. One thing we can tell you categorically, it is totally lawful for you to hold meetings, to hold rallies, to say that you are holding your meeting or your rally in support of your own country out of Nigeria. The right of self-determination is the right of all nationalities in the world, large or small. Our Yoruba right in here, I want Yoruba to 1/10, I want right in here now. I want Plateau State, Plateau on the Plateau. They want you maybe 1 or 2 million, they have the same right. So, Oceanitally deny it is an inalienable, unquestionable right. You can stand up and tell the world you want your separate country out of Nigeria. That is not an offense. The police should not arrest you for that. If they arrest you for that, they will not be able to take you to court. One more come back and COVID. So long, Yoruba nation. One don't cause trouble. One will want, but water they won't be lost Abuja. But in the end, they couldn't take him to court because they knew that if they took him to court, the court would throw it out. The courts in Nigeria have ruled. The courts, not just there are international laws that make self-determination a right belonging to every nation on earth. An inalienable right that nobody can take away from them. Yeah. Nobody can take away our right to self-determination. We have now arisen to say that we want to assert that right. It is our right to do so. But the law says, this law does not say to you that you are free to go and disrupt a country and cause insurrection and so on. We are not causing insurrection in Nigeria. We are just telling the world, we are telling Nigeria, we are telling our people that we want our country. We have even written a letter to the president to say we want our country. That's our right. It's not the type of thing you want to make a noise about, but later we will make a noise about it. It's our right. The president knows it's our right. President stood up in the General Assembly of the United Nations and said that twice on 2 occasions, I think 2016, 2017, General Assembly of the United Nations. He made the statement, self-determination is the right of every nation. It is immoral to deny every nation its right of self-determination. Buhari made that statement. He was speaking then for the Palestinians and for the people in Myanmar, the minority people in Myanmar who have been harassed there. Give them that. So what applies to these Palestinians and the minority people in Myanmar, what's their name, applies to the Yoruba nation too. It applies to the Igbo nation. It applies to the Tiv nation. It applies to the Birom, even though there are just about 2 million people. It applies to every nationality in Nigeria. And nobody can take that right away from us. So that's the situation. That is a different thing, though, from saying we are taking our country. We have not taken our country. We are working towards taking our country. And God is making us stronger and stronger and stronger. And very soon, we hope, we will be able to take our country. When will it be? I don't know. I want it to happen tomorrow. But I know that it could take a little longer. I also look at the fact that Nigeria itself is disintegrating. Even the president cannot travel in certain parts of Nigeria. A few days ago, his entourage was attacked And some people were wounded there. That's it. Nobody can take his car and travel the road between Abuja and Kaduna. And many, actually most, come along. Most of the governors of the northern states live in Abuja. They cannot live in their homes. They cannot live in their states. That's the situation. Nigeria is no longer able to pay its civil servants. It must borrow money to pay. But it is close to the IMF says the Nigeria now spends about 92.6% of its income to service debts. And yet Nigeria is borrowing more and more. Now many countries are refusing to lend Nigeria money. China used to lend them money off the cuff. Now China has refused. They went to Brazil to try and raise a loan. Brazil didn't even answer them back. So the situation is terrible. And it is one of the things that we are telling the world as we go around, that the country Nigeria, and they all know, is becoming a no country on its own without our doing anything to it. So why should we endanger the lives of our people by asking them to begin to behave in a way that can make Nigeria begin to attack them? Why? It doesn't make sense. So it's from the beginning. That's why how we are going to continue. We said from the beginning our struggle was going to be peaceful and law-abiding. And it has been peaceful and law-abiding. And nobody is going to drag the Yoruba people into any illegality or into danger. Nigeria is not strong, it's not weak, etc. But if we continue to say and do certain things that show that we are disregarding the laws of Nigeria, or we are disrespecting the laws of Nigeria, Nigeria can march the army into our homeland. Make no bones about it. Nigeria can march the army into our homeland and justify itself before the international community by saying that we are insurrectionists. We Yoruba are not insurrectionists. We are not rising against anybody. We just want our country. And we have been managing this thing very carefully since the beginning. In 2020, under pressure from friends abroad, said, let us know, how do you want to do this and so on. I sat down and wrote a 35-page manual on how we Yoruba are going to, process our self-determination struggle. And everybody likes it. That's the first thing I put forward when we go to see any country. This is the way we want to do it. And they say, oh, this is good. That is it. So any turn struggle which has been peaceful into a unilateral declaration of secession. No, our first is it though. We don't want to do any unilateral declaration of secession. We don't want to carry out an insurrection. We will get our country out of Nigeria. God Almighty is already helping us. The fact that the country is getting weaker and weaker, and the world is seeing it, that insecurity is mounting to the extent that even the president cannot go to his hometown without being attacked on the road. That's good news for us. One government sent a letter which we got 2 days ago. What happened? Why is it that your press? What can you give us? Can you explain to us what happened? That your president entourage was attacked on the road to his hometown. So we gave them the explanation. It's not long, some 5 or 6 sentences. Yeah. That's a country on the way down. Why do you want a country on the way down to come and unleash its remaining little power against you? So we have to be very careful. I want to warn all our activists, all our leaders, men and women, please desist from statements that can be interpreted by Nigeria as insurrection or treason, and that can therefore give them an excuse to launch the law or the military against us. Please let's be careful. I beg of you. Our people don't deserve to be brutalized before we get our country. We will get our country. Fine, I want it tomorrow. As I said, we are going to the end of this year, I'm going to Genogu. One of our brothers, Chief Imam from Ilorin, says, "Oh, it will come in September. Beautiful." But yeah, because he's a priest in the Islamic religion. We'll share to repair September. That's good. But I want to September. In the country, why am I worried? The 5 million is our country. It's not our country. It's a tool that we will use to get our country, but it's not our country. Thank you very much. I want to thank all of you who are working. I want to share from Yoruba nation. I want to hear. And I can't claim. Yes, I'm doing the little that God gives me the knowledge to do. But there are hundreds, thousands of young groups, of youth groups out. Our country, they like London, Niger, Monday. They arrived here in Cotonou on Wednesday, on Tuesday. And why? Because they just wanted to come and describe to me what they have been doing. And they have been spending their own money. Some of them are taxi cab drivers in America and Britain. But they are contributing money, their own money. They are not raising money. They are not asking anybody for money. They are contributing their own money into an account where they are using to do some things to contribute to the struggle back home. It touched my heart. And two of them came and they said so. No? And they have clear evidence of what they have been doing. I was impressed. I want to part of your state. Last week. Attack one very seriously. Rent a bus, put themselves on the road, and just go from town to town shouting, Yoruba nation now, Yoruba nation now, and so on. Go allow anybody. I want to shake gone. You want Kokaki the Yoruba. You want Kokaki the Yoruba. And we must be grateful to them. We must not treat them as if they do not exist. Tell me, Babani, you are our call, I want to call, I want to share my battle long for a lot to share. But I want to share a lot more. There are people in the diaspora who are doing the same. I know a young man in the diaspora, and he was telling, he was not lying to me. He has spent more than 30 million naira of his money supporting this struggle back home. I know him personally. I know groups in other parts of the world who are doing similar things. So this is a multi-dimensional struggle being carried out by people who love their nation, who want their nation to be free from the rubbles of Nigeria. And we must be very cautious how we talk and not begin to arrogate to ourselves anything other than that we are making our own contributions. Millions of other Yoruba people are making their own humble contribution. In one marketplace, somewhere in Ijebu, the women gathered together, contributed money. They still don't know what to do with it. Then they sent to me, I'm struggle. One young woman, her first child, in a village in Ekiti, called somebody to say, nǹkan tí òun fẹ́ ṣe ni pé òun fẹ́ mú owó lára owó tán wá fún ọmọ òun, owó tán wá fún òun gbà tán sọmọ lórúkọ, òun fẹ́ mú lára ẹ̀ kó òun bu síbẹ̀ sí Yorùbá National Fund lórúkọ ara òun, kó òun sí National Fund yẹn lórúkọ ọmọ bébì òun yìí, so that àwa méjèèjì máa lórúkọ ní rẹ́kọ̀dù fund yẹn forever. These are touching stories. So beat my chest to say, people. I am disrespecting millions of people who are struggling. It is not right. Let us be humble in what we are doing. And may God lead us to our new country in peace. In peace. And may our country go on to prosper mightily in the world and become the shining light that we expect it to be. Thank you very much. God be with you all.
Amen, sir. Thank you very much, Papa. We appreciate you.
I need to add, for instance.
Yes, sir.
Forgive me. I want media presenters as well. They have come together and created an association. Yeah, good on my association to fight for the Yoruba self-determination, the self-determination from Nigeria. You know, so we have to be very respectful of all these efforts, because we want to build a country that respects human beings. We Yoruba respect human beings, human life, and human dignity. When we begin to say, you are disrespecting the dignity of man. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Papa. We appreciate you. Just a quick in-house arrangement. As you all, for those of you who are not here at the beginning, this is a special broadcast from the national leader. And with him on this platform today are people that were chosen to come with him, and they may have one or two things to say. It's also my pleasure to introduce the national vice chairman of this movement, Alagba Banji Iloge. I also have the pleasure of to introduce to you the chief hero of this movement. That is Chief Sunday Igboho alias Shah. He's also sitting here among us. And also, who is this again? Will you please mute if you are not? And also, we have one or two other members who accompany Papa to this special broadcast today. In the name of Mr. Fatai Ogunibido, the General Secretary of the Yoruba World Media Organization. And one more person, I think I'm going to get a name in a minute. That's Dr. Isaac Oluwa Okibion. If I'm wrong, we can change that. So the way these are, I will not want to take questions, because the main reason why we call why this meeting was being held is because Papa want to reach out, update and upgrade the latest ongoing activities of the Yoruba nation movement. And that is what he has just done. He has delivered his address. So, like I said, I'm going to allow the other people who accompany him here today to contribute. Maybe if 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes is going to be enough, I would want to invite the national Vice Chairman, Alagwabanji Ayilude.
Okay. Thank you, Otuka. And I want to welcome every one of you to these very...
Can you speak up a little bit louder, please, sir?
Okay. Let me make my mind out.
Vice Chairman.
Tí gbọ́sẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
Àwọn ọmọ wa ti ní phrase yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
Where can you increase the volume, sir?
Okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, see what is my not around. Sorry about that. 2 seconds. Okay.
Ẹ ṣì máa sọ̀rọ̀ sókè, sir. Where increase volume, sir?
How about now?
It's getting better.
Please. Me now you hear me?
Very well, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, me of external mic, see printer lower and port to your core. I'm sorry about that. I greet all of you, Babawa, Professor Akitoye, and the rest of you there. I want to welcome you to this important meeting and let's say press conference. Yes, I'm not going to repeat what has been said. However, there are certain things I want us to actually bear in mind, and I want to emphasize on them. The first stage of this struggle has been to make enough noise, so to speak, so that people can be aware of our desire for our own country. We've done that successfully for the past 2 years or more. There is no doubt that we've done that. We've even had rallies and all that and everybody. But with this beautiful awareness that we created, there is the time now for us to settle down. And we are all aware of that. And that is where the Yoruba self-determination movement, came in. That was when we started thinking, let's structure. When we structure, we can bring stability and planning and control, to our geographic area of the country. There is no way we can continue to shout and mobilize and all that without taking proper control of our area. We are just deceiving ourselves. And that is why the idea of coming together, which the chairman said before, was spearheaded by a group of people, and it translated to the organization we have. We are not saying, don't be part of your other organizations, but come to this organization so that we can build together. And once we say this is what we are doing, and as a matter of fact, when I assumed office, I told the chairman, I said, look, I'm going to free you to be able to deal with other areas of the struggle. Diplomacy, all those things you can, but I will be responsible for the day-to-day building up. Hello? Are you talking to me? I see you moving your lips. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Not saying
So I
anything.
I told the chairman, look, you concentrate on building the general this, and I will be putting the blocks together one by one. And we've been doing that. Unfortunately, people just assume that because we have order and we defer to the leader to handle certain things, they can just come in and say, once we can sidetrack Babakitoye, that is the end. It's not possible. We have the structure. The structure of the Self-Determination Council is solidly, and I say solidly again, behind him. The fact that we decide to do other things It's a culture of division of labor. And this is what I mean. YSDM, for instance, we know that part of controlling our area is to make sure that the youths are gainfully engaged. Our people are not dying of famine. Of course, security. Most of the people say that, oh, because of security situation in Yoruba land, people are not going to farm. We are looking seriously into that. Look, some of these interlopers coming from outside the country settle in our forest because some of our youth, they have abandoned agriculture. We intend to go there to our land and start farming, for instance. And when our people are there, it is important to back them up to stand their ground in their own land. That's part of what we are doing. So if we are, for instance, if we ask you for central account, donate money to the central account, nobody is saying that we are going to be using the central account to do anything, but to engage our people to we will create jobs. We will also make sure that farming becomes a productive sector of our economy so that there will be no famine in Yoruba land. Those of you calling home, call home. Ask them for the price of yam or any of the staple food. This is because people had abandoned the farm because of security threat. These are the things that we want to do with your money. And all these letter writing and all that are just the icing on the cake. And I want to tell you something again that is very important. When the world community that you are writing letter, you are meeting, when they know you are serious on the ground and that you know what you are doing, of course, they are going to take you seriously. It is not a question of once you have these letters and you send it out to 200 countries, like the chairman said, and now you have a country. No, they have ambassadors in Nigeria, and those ambassadors report to their home country on a daily basis. So if you don't engage your people and control your immediate area, they are not going to take you seriously. So the YSDM is quietly building to engage, and then we allow our chairman to continue the diplomacy and all that can actually, the two work hand in hand. And so nobody can just say, oh, Barakita should go and sit down, oh, it's too this, it's too, no. All he has been doing, he's been informing us. And we've been saying, okay, this is what we need to do next. Should we do it? Should we proceed? These are the things that many of you don't know because we are not coming out to say it. Babakite is not the only person, the only elder that is in the movement. There are so many of us. There are so many that he takes advice from. There are so many of us that are ready to vouch for him. So the idea that somebody can say, well, I'm now going to assume a leadership position because I'm bad-mouthing one of us, it's not going to happen. And it cannot happen because the rest of the people are not going to back down. They are not going to follow that individual. So these are the kind of things that we have not been saying before. People like myself are prepared just to come out occasionally to talk about programs because we are expecting the leadership, the Professor to be able to do the rest of the thing. That is why you have not, he is not a Lone Ranger, for instance. He is not, by any means at all. So we must also know that the central account is very important. It's a good program that all Yoruba, and besides, it's the Yoruba people that asked for this account. I remember when I became the vice chairman of the organization, everywhere I went, they would say, where is the central account? Pat Kitoye said 2 weeks. Now you are telling us 2 weeks. Where is the account? And I had to tell them that this is an account that will be set up. If Bank Iloke wants to set up an account, I can set up an account within an hour for myself because nobody is bringing. But we wanted to make sure that this account is beyond reproach. Akintoye's name is not there. Ayiloke's name is not there. Most of the people, those are the leadership, their names are not there. We gave this, they cannot take money out without consulting at least dozens and dozens of other people who will ask questions. So why is it that the same people that asked us to set up this foolproof, they say now we'll go to another account that is controlled by an individual? I don't understand that. So let me not waste time. I promise you I'm not gonna repeat what has been said. All I'm going to say now is that the account is open. There are ways to do the account. The account is key to helping our people. Somebody called me a few days ago and said, look, some people have been wounded. If we can bring money out of the account to do that, I said, well, look, we are still trying to bring enough funds. These are the kind of things. But besides that, by the time we have enough money in the account, nobody will be wounded in Nigeria. For instance, all the people that they were going on our own mission. We will make sure that they have coverage when they are going there. In fact, our forests will set up farming there, and those places will be protected also. When you have a fallow ground to some people who came outside the country, they can settle down and say nobody's going to touch us. And that is what is happening. We want to reverse that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't waste your time, I promise. That's all I have to say. And like you said, there's no question. People can reach me on banji.ayiloke@ysdn.org. Right? I can send you the forms. The secretary is scholar.ilesami@ysm.org. Write those numbers or email addresses. They will send you forms for your organization to be part of YSDN. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Vice Chairman of Yoruba Self-Determination Movement. Again, I'm not going to start repeating most of what you said already, otherwise it will be too time consuming. Like I said here, if anybody has any question, please send them directly.
The door hasn't spoken.
I'm coming to them, sir, one by one. Sir. The next person I'm going to call is our hero, man, Mayman, Chief Sunday. He wants to give us one or two words. Baba Sunday, Babawa. I go on, sir. Hello. Sister Aran.
Whom are we waiting for?
For Sunday, he was with us.
Okay.
He's not been. And even at the beginning, there was this issue of having problem with his device. I think eventually he got through and logged in, and we confirmed he's among us. Just checking. Oh, he's still here. I like what Chief Sunday go. I go to place.
You're a lawyer today.
I want to be, sir. But it's muted. I'm asking him to unmute. Pelumi, can you please get in touch with Chief to get in touch? To unmute himself. Pelumi, are you there? I'm trying to get our admin.
Yeah, I'm very sure. I'm very sure. I'm very sure.
Okay. Thank you. While we are waiting for Chief Sunday Igboho to join us, let me use the next 2 minutes to hear from the General Secretary of Yoruba World Media.
Hold on. Somebody sent you a note that CSI has been trying to reach you because, and look at the notes. Read the note on the.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
He says unmute him.
I've been trying to do. I've been trying to do that, sir. I'm doing that.
Sunday, call it water.
Right.
We are doing that. Yes, it's been admitted. It's my pleasure to welcome Chief Sunday Igboho. Osha. I'm going around. Sir, Chief. The whole world is listening, want to listen, and want to hear from you. Am I right, sir?
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
What I know, I'm Okay, Jackie Castle leg. I'm not going.
That's good.
Where can move around if there was a move around, sir, if there were. It's coming. Move around, sir. Move around, sir. Network issue, you.
Network.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Orúkọ méjì wà ń bẹ̀ tọ́jú ọkọ̀ fífi wọlé nìyí. Ọmúdù tètè náà tètè wọlé.
Orúkọ wo ni kejì, sir? Orúkọ wo ni kejì, sir? Pẹ̀lú mi.
Ọmọ wa ń bẹ̀.
Orúkọ wo ni kejì?
Orúkọ méjì ni.
Mi rí kejì yẹn ni, sir.
Infinite.
Okay, I'll meet one.
Infinite.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Liza.
Yes.
Yes, sir. A couple of days.
Ẹ má bínú bàbá mi, àrùn mo pẹ́ ló kò gbó yẹn. Yes, mo kí ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, kí ẹ̀yin màmá mi sá. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́mi ogun, mo kí bàbá wa olórí wa pátápátá bàbá wa Professor Banji Akíntóyè. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi wọn náà, Professor Wọlé Adéníran kọ́lọ́ máa bì fún ọ lálàáfíà. Àlékún àlàáfíà kọ́lọ́ máa mi lógún fún ọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà mo kí bàbá wa Ògún Ríbidó àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá mi tí mi gbórúkọ tẹ wà lórí prógrámù yìí. Mo kí bàbá wa Òsínì àti Yèyé Dára àti gbogbo àwọn tí mo mọ̀ pé mo gbóhùn wọn lábẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Àti bàbá wa Ayílóbe.
Àti bàbá wa Ayílóbe. Then I don't have much to say. Then I want you to permit me to speak my language. You know, I have Chebama.
Go on. Ó ti dà bẹ́ẹ̀.
Thank you so much. Ohun tó mi kan ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò pọ̀. Ẹ̀yin bàbá náà lẹ ní àgbọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kò kán àgbọ̀n àbí báwo ni ẹ ṣe ń pa lówe.
Ó correct.
Ẹ rí i pé sometimes àwọn sọ pé ìgbà tí mo máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí program yẹn lọ ìgbà ó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù ẹni kò máa sọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Bọ̀ǹgbà tí Ọlọ́run lo àwọn bàbá Banji Akíntóyè tí mo jáde ń sẹ̀yìn mo láì lò wọ́n tún ní gbowó sọ̀rọ̀ àgbóhùn rẹ̀ mọ́ ó ti sá sẹ́yìn. Ọlọ́run ló pè mí wá èmi ò lè sá ọ̀ǹtì tá a bá dé orílẹ̀-èdè wa tá a gba ilẹ̀ wa báyìí ni mo tó lè sọ pé mo sinmi kò sí nǹkan kan tí mò ń lé ń bẹ̀ mi ò lé president mi ò lé governor mi ò lé anything but nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ rọ̀ ẹ̀yin bàbá wa ni pé kí ọkùnrin ó rí ejò kóbìnrin ọpa kéjò má ti lọ ni o mo fẹ́ kẹ́yin bàbá mi kẹ́ jẹ́ kí a para wa pọ̀ ká ṣera wa lọ́kàn àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí bàbá ti kọ lẹ́tà sí lóríṣiríṣi ìyá wa onítìrí náà kọ lẹ́tà sí ohun tó ń sọ fún wa ni pé ẹlẹ́rù ni kó gbé níbi tó ti wúwo ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa parapọ̀ ní ká dára wa papọ̀ kí bàbá wa kí tó lè fún wa ní date ká bọ́ síta pẹ̀lú peacefully bí bàbá mi ṣe sọ ẹ wo gbà tí àwọn Barcelona tí wọ́n jáde tán láwọn fẹ́ lọ tẹ bá sọ abẹ́rẹ́ ńlẹ̀ láàrin wọn kò lè kalẹ̀ mi tẹ́rọ yẹ pọ̀ dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa àtàrúgbó àtọbìnrin àtọmọdé kí gbogbo wa ká jáde ni ìyá wa onítìrí àwọn náà ń gba ọ̀nà tí wọ́n mọ̀ láti fi jẹ́ pé kájọ ṣiṣẹ́ pọ̀ ni àwọn èèyàn gbọ́ wọn dáadáa ni kì í ṣe pé ìyá sọ pé òun ti gba orílẹ̀-èdè sẹ́rí èèyàn encourage àwọn èèyàn wá nídi encouragement wọ́n dẹ̀ nídi action nídi ọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ tí n bá jókòó ti bàbá mi Akíntóyè àìmọye iṣẹ́ náà ti ṣe kí ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lè máa sọ lórí mídíà báyìí tẹ́mi kan tó máa ń sọ pé bàbá ẹ̀ ní sùn ni láwọn òwe gbogbo kọ́ni náà sọ yìí òwe bàbá ti dé tí èkó tẹ́mi ní evidence tí bàbá náà ti kọ̀wé káàkiri dáadáa ohun tó ń sọ fún wọn ń bẹ̀ ni pé kò nídìí ká kanra wa wọ́n ní ẹlẹ́rù ni kó gbé níbi tó ti wúwo wọ́n ní gbogbo òwe tẹ̀ ń kọ́ wá yìí bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kọ́ wá làwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà ń rán àwọn ambassadọ̀ wọn àti àwọn delegate wọn wá láti wá blọọkù yín pé irọ́ lẹ̀ ń pa ẹnìkan kan ọ̀pá Yorùbá àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ lè lísì sí yín àwọn tó wà níjọba yẹn làwọn máa lísì sí ọ̀hún títí ẹ̀yin bá jáde tán pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ yín tó gbóyún bá kóra yín jáde tá a rí pé yes lóòótọ́ nìyà yìí ń jẹ yín ẹ mọ̀ pé èmi ò kàwé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìbọ̀múkọ́gbọ́n orí mo dẹ̀ gbọ́ Yorùbá tó pọ̀ dáadáa ìgbà tí mo wà ní grammar school níbi Yorùbá 100% mo máa ń gbà English mi lè mọ ju 70% bọ̀ Yorùbá kọ̀sẹ́ tó lè mú ìnìmí mẹ́ ṣé wàá gbólúwà sábà yẹn máa wá dùnú ohun tèmi ní lọ́kàn tèmi lè fi ran Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ ní kẹ́ sọ pé kí n ṣáájú fún protest yẹn ní aṣáájú lẹ́ni táì kò sígbà tẹ́ jí mi lórí ẹni tẹ́mi ò dìde bóyá ọdún yìí la dẹ̀ máa lọ kìí ṣe nǹkan tó pẹ́ mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan bá jókòó sí nǹkan tó yí ìgbàdo sẹ́yìn gbá ọ̀ntara ẹ̀ ní. This is our time. Tún lè dúró de another 100 years mọ́ ká tó kó olóko ẹrú eléyìí. Láti fi oko ọ̀lẹ́ran ó ti fi hàn. Bàbá mi ti parí ọ̀rọ̀ pé gbogbo wa ní ká parapọ̀ kájọ jáde tán. Kí fúra ìlà fẹ́ ṣe àwọn oníbọ̀tà fẹ́ fi báyìí jà àládàá níkùmọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n alọ́lọ́run a dẹ̀ ní voice a ní ohùn láti béèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa. Kìí ṣe pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan bẹ tí ò yí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń sọ pé wọ́n máa fi tracing bá wò sáfẹ́ gbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Buhari ni àgbàjọba lọ́wọ́ Buhari ohun tá a sọ fún Buhari ni pé àbá ẹsẹ̀ mọ́. We are not the same. Our language is not the same. Our culture is not the same. We don't want Nigerian government again. We don't want to be with you again. We want to leave. So ìyẹn ò dìjà bàbá mi. Àwa ń sọ fún wọn pé àbá wọn ṣe mọ́ kí ṣe pa fẹ́ gbàjọba Nàìjíríà kó ta fẹ́ gbàjọba Nàìjíríà ṣe. Àwa ò ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà mọ́, a fẹ́ dá dúró ni a fẹ́ lọ. Tí a bá ń retí pé British ń bọ̀ wá declare wa, United States ń bọ̀ wá declare wa, àwọn country bíi 130, 200 ń bọ̀ wá declare wa, àwọn bàbá Sùwé ni wá. Bàbá Sùwé òun ni wá, à ń ṣe fíìmù ni. Àwa la máa jáde pẹ̀lú protest tó dáa á béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wa níjọ́ yẹn tí anybody ò ní lọ́ọ̀bì kankan tí ara ilé á gbọ́ tí ọ̀ràn mọ̀ tèmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ohun tèmi dream ni tí mo ti rí tí mo tàdé mọ̀ mọ̀ pọ́dẹ̀ mọ̀ bá ti dórílẹ̀-èdè yẹn tán báyìí ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kó gbọ́ nígbà tí Noah kan ọkọ̀ àwọn ará ilé Noah gan ọ̀tẹ̀lé Noah ní ó ní ẹ̀yin tèmi ẹ wá wọkọ̀ yìí. Ó ní Ọlọ́run bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ikú omi ó dé lójijì tí ó gbé yín lọ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jọ yẹn tó tó lúwa ẹ pa gbogbo wèrè wọn olúwa arọ́ rẹ̀ wò ní ìtọ́kùn àgbẹ̀ ọkọ̀ wèrè tó ń kàn káàkiri yẹn òǹgbà tí àwọn èèyàn díẹ̀ jọ inú àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ́tò yẹn tí omi táwọn ìdè ó gbé àwọn ará ilé inú àgbẹ̀ lọ. So níbi àti gbóde ariwo ọjà Ọlọ́run ní dára ẹyin bàbá mi àtẹ̀yìn mọ̀mọ́ mi rú ọmọdé sì lèmi ọmọdé pátápátá ni mí kò sí ẹ̀tẹ̀ rán mi tí mi jẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tá a wà yìí èmi ò fẹ́ kí èdè àìyedè ó wà rìn wa kì í ṣe gbogbo àṣírí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa béèrè lẹ́nu bàbá wa kí tó ìkan máa sọ síta inú mi ò dùn bí bàbá ṣe ń sọ gbogbo sẹ́tàn ti ṣe yẹn mi wà òkè nídìí àti ṣàlà ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kó gbà yín gbọ́ pé ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹni tó bá fẹ́ kó má gbà yín gbọ́ Ọlọ́run tẹ́ ń ṣe é fún ọ̀pẹ́ ń ṣe ìgbà tó bá yá tá a bá débi tá à ń lọ fi gbogbo evidence yẹn hàn wọ́n síbẹ̀ kó wá sọ́dọ̀ mi mo rí gbogbo òwe yẹn náà mo dẹ̀ yìn nígbà kan mo pè é láago 2 òru náà bá ẹ̀ sún ní ẹni ẹ fẹ́ béèrè àwọn nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ mi ni mo ní kí nìkan náà ẹni déètì wo la lọ sí Ìbàràpá tẹ bá rántí ẹni déètì wo lè yá sí mítìn kan bó dìgbà mo ní bàbá mi láago 2 òru ẹlẹ́nkọ àwọn òwe kan lọ́wọ́ ni tẹfẹ́ send sí báyìí bóyá United States tún ní wọ́n tún ní kẹ́ tó kọ̀wé kan wá ń jọ yẹn bí British lẹ́dẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ lọ ní ìrántí country tẹ́ pé àbí Brazil tẹ́ pé ni mo ní bàbá mi ẹ̀ wá sùn àgbàlagbà ní ẹ̀sùn ẹ̀dílẹ̀ mọ́ tílẹ̀ bá dẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan bá ní òun ò ní fi irú sẹ́bẹ̀ yìí wèrè àrò ní wèrè gidi olórí ibú ẹ̀dá ni ò ní yìnyín àwọn náà ní bàbá kan ti bàbá wọn bọ́ta pẹ̀lú èjì yẹn kó ní bọ́ta kó ṣáájú akóníkà nìṣó níbẹ̀ ìgbọ́n ní bàbá àwọn bàbá wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n bẹ̀rù ẹ̀wọ̀n wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ pa wọn bọ́yìn ò bẹ̀rù anything ẹ wo bàbá wa Adéníranṣẹ́ ọ̀ṣútù màmá ẹ̀ wà láti bí ìjẹta ń sìn náà pẹ̀lú operation àánú bàbá yẹn máa ń ṣe mí bàbá ẹ wo kẹtẹ ń gùn ní ẹnà tẹ ń tọ kalẹ̀ tẹ ń bọ̀ lórí pé wọn lè fi mí lẹ́nà ọ bàbá ìyẹn kan ti kọ́ di yìí so mo fẹ́ kẹ́ dìbò rẹ ẹ mọ́ bínú sẹ́ni kankan ẹ̀yin ló lórí wa ẹ̀yin dàtí bínú sẹ́ni bọ̀dì ohun tẹ́mi mọ̀ ni pé ẹ dá ọ̀rọ̀ yín padà pé gbogbo wa àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin ẹ̀yin ni bàbá everybody gbogbo wa la ṣiṣẹ́ kò sẹ́ni tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ o kódà ẹni tí ń sọ yìí pé bàbá mi àwọn ẹwọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó ń dáwọ́ ẹwọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ló fi jẹun ó ń da torí pé mo lò dò sí ìjọba Nàìjíríà mọ́ ojú àwọn èèyàn ti la anybody ti rẹ́dì 80% ti ṣe tán wọ́n ń retí ká jáde ni ìjáde wa lẹ́nubọ̀dì ń dúró dè ẹ̀yin bàbá mi ni kẹ́ mọ́jọ kó rẹ̀ yìí kẹ́ mọ́jọ kí déètì yẹn pẹ́ kẹ́ tètè fún gbogbo èèyàn ní déètì wa ìjọba àpapọ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà toríjọ́ ta bá jáde protest wa la máa kúrò nílùú yẹn la kúrò ní abẹ́ Nàìjíríà pátápátá kò tí ó tí Nàìjíríà lè ṣe fún wa ìjọ ta kú Ọlọ́run lọ́mọ
níjọ́ tá a bá ti jáde lápò lábẹ́ Nàìjíríà níjọ́ tá a bá ti jáde protest ẹ bá ti mú déètì protest ẹ èmi ò sọ pé kẹsàn-án sí táǹtì o bọ̀ èmi mọ̀ pé tí ń plan ẹ̀ tí ń design ẹ̀ so mo fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin bàbá mi tẹ wà ń bí ẹ pé mọ̀mọ́ wa onítìrí kí ẹ ṣe another meeting kí ìyàwó à ń bẹ̀ torí mi mọ nǹkan tí ìyàwó sí ibi talẹ́ yìí fún ẹ̀sìn meeting mi kí ìyàwó à ń bẹ̀ ká ṣe ra wa lọ́kàn ẹ̀yin lẹ́nu mi Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́mi yóò gùn ẹ̀ ní kú fún mi àjọ délẹ̀ lérí yẹn láìpẹ́ yìí ni ọdún yìí náà là á dé bẹ̀ ọdún yìí ni kò yẹ wàláì mọ̀kọ́lọ́ múra ẹni tí ọba mọ̀kọ́lọ́ mọ̀ eégún lòun òjò lòun fẹ́ rọ̀ alásọ̀kan lòun fẹ́ wòran alásọ̀kan Nàìjíríà alásọ̀kan ni wọ́n ò ní kankan tó lè ṣe fún àfikà kóńdó yẹn àwa la ní epo àwa la ní ọ́ẹ̀ mò ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà ni mò ń ké gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ́n fún yẹn lọ́n fún wa lórí ilẹ̀ wa àwa gẹ́gẹ́ lọ́mọ Israel ìran Fáráò làwọn Fúlàní ìran Fáráò ni wọ́n ìran Fáráò ni Buhari nídìí wọn they don't want there so Ọlọ́run nídìí kó bàjẹ́ mo rọ̀ yín bàbá mi ẹ̀mí yóò gùn gbogbo sẹ́tẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹ mọ̀ sọ síta mọ́ mo ti gba mẹ́sẹ̀gì oríṣiríṣi pé kí n wọ̀nù bàbá kí bàbá mọ̀jẹ̀ kan pùsì àwọn láti mọ̀ sọ pé àwọn ti ṣe báyìí àwọn ti ṣe báyìí ẹ̀ nídìí ẹ̀ bàbá mi ẹ mọ̀ bínú ẹnu ọmọ ọgbà yàpàdé máa òṣù ọkàn tí ọ̀rọ̀
òṣè ọmọ mi ọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ló ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ni kúkú sí ilé fẹ́ máa sọ gbogbo sẹ́tẹ̀ ń ṣe yẹn mọ́ ẹ̀ nídìí Ọlọ́run tẹ̀ ń ṣe fún ọ̀pẹ ṣe ìyàwó onítìrí náà ń ṣe tiẹ̀ bọ̀hún tèmi mọ̀ ní pé gbogbo ẹ̀ náà àjọ join together ni a ṣera wa lọ́kàn àjọ jáde kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní arọ tí ò lè rìn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fi wíwá ẹ̀rọ gbé níjọ́ tẹ bá fún wa ní déètì pé ìjọba ẹ̀ láti ra lè so mo fẹ́ kẹ́ pé mọ̀mọ́ wa onítìrí àti bàbá àtàwọn àgbààgbà kẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀ torí mo ti kọ́kọ́ ṣe fún ẹ̀sìn kan pé irú mítì gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé láti ṣẹ́tù gbogbo ohun tí ń bẹ láàrin wa kọ́lọ́ mọ́ fìdí mú wa tí débi tá à ń lọ tán àwọn Fúlàní ọ̀dákẹ́ wọ́n sì ń lọ Senegal ni wọ́n ń lọ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lọ ń ṣe nǹkan burúkú tọ́ra àwọn náà àwọn tó ń lọ ń bá wọn ti sọ fún wọn pé Yorùbá lọ láìpẹ́ yìí Yorùbá máa lọ láìpẹ́ yìí àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹnìkan sójà kankan ò lè dẹ́rùbà wá fíìmù tìrìkì sójà ń ṣe kódà kan mọ́ fi kóró pé kó sójà kiri gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n ń tara wọn ní o wọ́n ń tara wọn ní Ọlọ́run tó kó mi yọ ní July 4th tí ó fẹ̀mí mi lé Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ kò ní fi ẹ̀mí ẹnìkan kan wá ṣòfò mọ́ láṣẹ Ọlọ́run so ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò ní pọ̀ púpọ̀ jù mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ bàbá mi tẹ wà ń bí bàbá mi bá ń já kí tó yẹ ẹ̀mí yóò gùn fún wa rèé pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ gbogbo àṣírí wa iṣẹ́ pé ẹmọ́ tó síta mọ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó gbé ní ẹ̀tọ́balẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo bàbá tiẹ̀ náà bọ́ ta ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìrọ̀lẹ́ bí ọlọ́rọ̀ púpọ̀ o so ẹ̀rí pé nígbà tí mo máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ni Ìgbòho ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ jù kò sì dákẹ́ nígbà tí n tó sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ sí wọ́n ní àwọn ògbóró rẹ̀ mọ́ bí ó ti tá sẹ́yìn ni Yorùbá ní sàtẹ́mi gbé lọ́wọ́ ní gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ẹni bá dá lẹ́ Yorùbá ó mú èmi ò ní owó kankan tí mo fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ olóṣèlú kankan lórí ibi tá a jọ dé yìí mo ti débi tí mò ń lọ tán kẹ́nìkan àbúrò kan tí ò ní tó kó fi tàn mí pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan mi tó ti bàjẹ́ tọ́lọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ mi ni ẹwọ́ kọ́ là ń sọ ìmọ̀ wá ń gbà mò ń bọ̀ ilé ayé mi mú nǹkan kan wá mo wá lásán jọ́ ti máa lọ pẹ̀lú òfò ọwọ́ lásán ni orúkọ rere sàn ju wúrà àti fàdákà lọ orúkọ rere yẹn lèmi ń tọrọ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run kó fún mi lórí ibi tá a dé yìí Yorùbá ní sàn ó gbé bá gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ń fi itọ́ dúdú sínú tó ń tu funfun jáde lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá yóò parẹ́ tìrantìran ni gbogbo ẹnibọdì tí ì bá jẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ tó gbogbo ẹnikẹ́ni tí ì bá jẹ́ tó ń tú àṣírí wa fáwọn olóṣèlú tó rò pé òun ń tàn wá jẹ Ọlọ́run kan ló ẹ̀jẹ̀ tùmọ̀ gbọ́ ẹ̀yin bàbá mi tẹ́ dó tọkàntọkàn tẹ́ dó taratara tẹ́ tàn wá jẹ Ọlọ́run dó tẹ̀yìn náà láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà àjọmọ ju fúláàgì wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè wa yìí ni láṣẹ Ọlọ́run ni àṣẹ Ọlọ́run ni kì í ṣe tèèyàn láìpẹ́ yìí ni kò sí nǹkan tí ọ̀sẹ̀ kò sí ti ń dẹ́ Bíbélì ní kòtò tó ń dẹ́rù bà mí ó ní ẹ̀rù kò sí ní ọkàn mi torí pé Jèhófà ń bẹ láàyè ẹ gbàgbọ́ bó ṣẹlẹ̀ ògùn kọ́ agbára kọ́ Ọlọ́run ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ọdún yìí ni òpin Nàìjíríà gbọ́dọ̀ finish ìsèyàn ọlọ́gbà tí Mósè ń lọ bá Fáráò Mósè ò gbébọn lọ́wọ́ àwọn bá ń bẹ lórílẹ̀ nígbà náà Ọlọ́run ọ̀ràn Mósè sí ọba kankan ó ní mo rán ọ sí Fáráò lọ bá Fáráò gbogbo àwọn bàbá tí ń bẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá ń sẹ́mọ́jà bá wọn jà mọ́ àwọn náà wọ́n ti rí pé kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́ ju káwọn tẹ̀lé wa lọ wọ́n tẹ̀lé wa ni àwọn bàbá wa ni wọ́n lọ́sàn bàbá wa ni wọ́n àwa náà sì jọba lé lórí àwa tí wọ́n jọba lé lórí ni wọ́n ń pa a sì ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ̀ àwọn náà dẹ̀ ti rí ń sèé kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́ ju káwọn bàbá wa tẹ̀lé wa kódà ń jọra nìyẹn mo fi ń da ẹ lójú pé àwọn bàbá wa ọba tí ó tẹ̀lé wa ẹlòmíà ní sọ́ọ̀kì ń jọ yẹn ọba tí ó tẹ̀lé wa wọ́n lè 20 táwọn bí wọ́n mọ̀ dùn kẹrẹ̀ bàbá mi agbẹ́dẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ sí náà ẹ bá àwọn ọba kan ti bá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ Táwọn gan mọ̀ sọ pé bó ọlọ́mọgun wẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ wò ni. Táwọn gan kọrin ayọ̀ pàdé wa kí a ń bẹ̀rù fún kí a fẹ́ mọ bára wa jà fún lórí nǹkan tí ò ní tó. Wọ́n ti ń bẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá tó pín. So gbogbo wa iṣẹ́ àtẹni tí ń fẹ́ atẹ́gùn ẹni tó wà lágbẹ̀dẹ ẹni tí ń tẹ ìwìrì iṣẹ́ ní ń ṣe ẹni tí ń fọwọ́ tẹ ìwìrì iṣẹ́ ní ń ṣe ẹni tí ń lurin iṣẹ́ ní ń ṣe ẹni tí ń bomi pa ẹyìn iná iṣẹ́ ní ń ṣe gbogbo ẹni àlájọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ bàbá mi gbogbo ilẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ tèmi lè ṣe ní kẹ́ni tó dájú kí mo ṣe rálì ìṣó ẹ̀yin ọmọ òfìwé gbáǹdì lọ ẹmọ bẹ́tò lọ so kò sí wàhálà kankan kò dẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ sójà tí ọ̀pẹ̀ nìkan kan ní wájú ẹ̀ láti Ọlọ́run fúniládé tó kó ìmọ̀bọ̀ á jáde ńjọ́ yẹn nígbà tá a bá dẹ̀ máa wọlé ìdùnnú láfi wọlé ìdùnnú tá a fi wọlé ni pé Ọlọ́run ti yọ̀ǹda orílẹ̀-èdè wa fún wa lọ́bátá láti Ọlọ́run láìpẹ́ yìí ni tó bàbá mi ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni ẹ dákun Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́ kú fún mi o wàhálà yóò ní gbẹ́nẹ́ lẹ́nu ní jẹsẹ́ yìí o ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ thank you.
Ẹ ṣé bàbá wa Ìgbòho. Mo fẹ́ fi ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré kan pẹ̀lú tí aṣáájú tó sà. Àwọn kan tí a máa ń sọ ń gbà míì gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ló nídìí ìwé o. Ẹ̀yọ̀mọye ìlú ló wà lágbàáyé tí olórí wọn aṣáájú wọn náà ní láti náà kàwé rẹpẹtẹ tí ó dẹ̀ gbádùn ilé ayé wọn. We want to assure you, we want to appreciate you, and we want to say pé humility tẹ́ fi ń bá gbogbo wa dín báyìí kò ṣe fowó rà o. Lówó ní gba gbogbo ìwé àǹfààní yẹn lọ́wọ́ yín. I'm going to call on I think the last person is going to be Alàgbà Fatai Ogunibido. He is the General Secretary of Yoruba World Media Organization. Alàgbà Fatai Ogunibido. I also want to remind people, and to be very question, need the question direct. Send the question yẹn sí wa kí àwa béèrè tàbá ti tán àti sọ̀rọ̀ kan. Bàbá Fatai, ẹ̀yin ló kàn.
Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciating your coming.
Àgbọ̀ ẹ o.
Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè.
Yes, mo kí ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́ sà, ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́ mà, ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà, ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ kú àgbà, ẹ agbára ṣe Ọlọ́run, àgbà yín ò ní bàjẹ́ o, èmi yá gùn fún wa. I send my greetings to everyone, all my daddies, all my mommies from here tonight. I appreciate your coming. I appreciate the invitation that has been extended to me to be part of this unique occasion. Actually, I have to commend the effort of all our fathers because we can see the sign here that Yoruba people, as uniquely as we have been so made, have displayed that enormous unity tonight, and the extent to which our fathers have come together tonight. In all ramification of life, we are elder statesmen, and we appreciate all you have taken upon yourself to free us as a race, as a people from the current shackles that we've been put by the Fulani government and their cohorts. Thank you very much. I'll be mixing my words with both Yoruba and English because I want us to be able to reach out to people who actually are not really opportune to understand us much deeper than we should be understood. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o. Ní agbára ṣe Ọlọ́run, iṣu ọmọ gẹ́gẹ́ bá ti jẹ́mọ fún yín, iṣu wa pọ̀ wá jiná fún yín jẹ o. Àní fi ń ṣàwátì o, agbára ṣe Ọlọ́run, ẹ ní ṣàìsàn. Gbogbo ohun tẹ̀dẹ̀ fi ń ṣe wàhálà ìdààmú lágbára ṣe Ọlọ́run. Nígbà tí àsìkò tó bá máa tó ojú ìbòyìn ló máa ṣe. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. First of all, let me just tell us this. We are a unique people as Yoruba people. And that is one of the reasons why we have this problem that people think is a problem. No! It is because of the uniqueness with which we have been made. Most of the time, we reach out to people. We let them to understand that we are all uniquely made. Every Yoruba blooded person is a star. Every Yoruba blooded person is unique. Talents. Let us, I mean, just let's imagine what happens across the world now. There is no place in the entire world where landmark breakthrough is being made in technology, in agriculture, in education, in every aspect of life. You must meet Yorubas there. That is the way we have been made, and that is the reason why even in the early 60s to early 70s, many of the judges and lawyers that that actually emancipated the West African coast are from Yoruba race. The Chief Justice in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, was sent from Yoruba land to go and organize their legal systems. Such is the history that we have as Yoruba people. Now, when we look back now and see the situation that we are now, can we see with our two eyes as we are created, is this where we should be? Is this what should be happening to us at this point in time? When you comb the entire UK today, the most populated ethnic group in UK today, in every university, are Yoruba boys and girls. Anybody can Google it, and they are performing uniquely well. So the time has come for us to be able to talk to ourselves. Is this where we should be? So for you that is hearing me tonight, let it be in your mind. Is this where we should be at this point in time? Such retarded people that they have made us to be, our youths, our elderly women. At times when we go to the rallies, I look at our women, I cry. Our mothers of mothers, our grandmothers, come and see them just struggling to walk because they come to the rally. Our mothers should be back home resting and enjoying their life. You know, we love life as Yoruba people. So, àlàyé tí mo ṣe ni wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká ro àròjinlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn bàbá tó bí wa àtàwọn ọmọ lẹ́yìn wọn. Ṣé ibi tó yẹ ká wà lélẹ̀? Ẹ wá ní ká wá sọ̀rọ̀ fún ara wa ní àṣálẹ̀. Can we afford to fail as a people?
No, we can't. And we won't fail.
Allow self-centeredness to take center stage in our struggle?
No, we will not allow it.
Ìjà yẹn ṣì máa pọ̀ nígbà tí ìlú wa bá dé nítorí pé we are uniquely made, full of talent, in every ramification of life. When are we going to start? And before I move forward, let me tell you this. If we allow 2023 to happen, it is going to be the sealing, that is putting a seal on the destruction of the Yoruba race. You know the reason why? In 2014, the amalgamation treaty expired, which has put to the entire world that the existence of Nigeria as we are talking now is invalid. Number two, we all saw what happened in the last 1.5 years. Northerners went to court to challenge the constitution. And because the government of Nigeria knows if they attend that court, they are going to be defeated. Because the constitution itself is fake. That the government didn't appear in court to defend that constitution goes to show that Nigeria is existing illegally and being governed by a fake constitution. That's number two. Number three, for more than 10-15 years, the North have been practicing their Sharia. So if anything happens today and we are summoned to a court of law now to come and defend Nigeria, I don't think there's any legal binding. There can't be any legal reference that we can use to support the existence of Nigeria. And the world knows this. That is why they are telling us they will not come to fight for our independence for us. Our Lama, gbé ọ̀fẹ́ kán tó bá wa gbé o. If the government is using coercion to suppress us, if they are using intimidation to put us in place, I am telling you, they are only testing our resolve as a people. Nítorí wọn máa wà fún lẹ́yìn pé ẹ dẹ́rù bá àwọn ìwà wọn láyà. Why are they doing this sort of things? Why are they intimidating us? Why are they using suppression? Why are they using hunger? Why are they weaponizing economy, money, food, and everything? Because they'll be killing us for a very long time that we never ever realized. Until now that our eyes are opened. So ìdí ọ̀rọ̀ mi ni wípé ẹ jọ̀ọ́, we need unity and love. We cannot afford to fail. As if the iṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, we can't go back. Àwa fúnra wa la máa gbé ọ̀fẹ́ kó tó bá wa gbé. Ojú kan bàbá mi Ìgbòho wọ́n ti ṣe àlàyé fún wa. Torí pé kí ni ilé wa kò lè jẹ́ oyè ilé bàbá ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n wà ní ìjọba láti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó wà ní ìjọba Buhari, mélòó nínú wọn ni wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ láti gbè wá nígbà tó kọ́ wá nípakúpa. Ìyẹn ni wípé àwo ni wọ́n máa ti wọ́n ní ìjọba yẹn wípé tọ́. Àwọn àmọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò exist mọ́ o, tiẹ̀ ló wá jẹ, ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó bá jẹ ní kò dì mú. Don't talk out. Why they threaten wọn? If you talk out, consequence ẹ̀ lélẹ́yìn. Òun lẹ̀ ṣeré wọn ká dá sí wa. Nítorí pé àwọn tó bá ti wọlé, wọn lè jáde mọ́ because they are in a cult. Cult wọn the cult of using themselves as slave traders, trading us as their slaves. Indirectly, we are being made to be slaves on our own land, and the slave traders are those senators, those governors they are using, and their the slave masters are those on the federal level, and these true slave dealers are their foreign counterparts that is using them as proxy government. And why are they doing this? It is because they know the richness of our land as Yoruba people. Ojoojúmọ́ ni tàárọ̀ tọ̀sán talẹ́ góòdì wa ni wọ́n ń wà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Òwúrọ̀ ọ̀sálẹ́ gbogbo tàbí ṣe ọrọ̀ ajé ni wọ́n ń kó lọ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. And we have learned in history for over 25 years, Nigeria or ever grow in 1 to 10 units in oil production rating. Now, what have we got to show for it? Nothing. Education has been destroyed. Everything now is upside down. And some people are still believing 62 years after independence that Nigeria is still working. They are insane. Because all they believe is their own selfish ending. All they want to do, I want to jayé, I want to and life is beyond that. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mò ń bẹ̀ yín. We want unity. Our Baba has worked so tirelessly láti rí wípé gbogbo nǹkan tí agbélọ́wọ́ yìí kò bàjẹ́. Gbogbo ibi tí ẹ kàn rìn sí, tán ti rìn sí, kò sẹ́yìn mi. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbésẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbé kò sẹ́yìn mi. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé mo kàn fún ẹ̀sọ̀ wa wípé ní agbára ṣe Ọlọ́run ẹ̀mí yín máa gùn fún wa. Mo fi Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè bẹ̀ wá. Àwa ni ká gbé ọ̀fẹ́ ká lè bá wa gbé o. Nǹkan tó ní ká lọ ṣe ni wípé àwọn tó wà ní UN ní mọ̀ wípé Nàìjíríà ò exist mọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n wọn ò rí wa ká dìde ká pariwo sí ìgboro kí gbogbo àgbáyé bá wa rí wípé à ń fẹ́ òmìnira fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ara àwọn àṣírí kan tí àwọn bàbá wa mọ̀ tí wọ́n lè wá fogbẹ́ni sọ fún wa nìyẹn. Àwọn tó mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ò exist mọ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ wa tí wọ́n ń kó lọ ló ṣe ń suppress, ló ṣe ń fi military vehicles àti amọ̀kà bàbá ìdẹ́rùbà wa. Ṣùgbọ́n tí ariwo yẹn bá loud láti Lọ́kọ́jà lọ sí gbogbo àwọn Àjàòkúta wá sí Jẹ́bà tàrí 5 million people lásán ní orí títì fún ọ̀sẹ̀ kan á gba òmìnira. Thank you, my father Igboho, you said it. And that's what I'm putting more for us to understand. Mo fi Ọlọ́run bẹ̀ wá gbogbo ọ̀nà tá a bá lè gbà ìṣọ̀kan Yorùbá la fẹ́ o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí mo dẹ̀ tún reach out sí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ sí Our head of groups, let the existence of Yoruba be your priority, and put the man share your question said to ta ló tiẹ̀ wá sọ fún agan pé tá a bá tẹ̀ gba Yorùbá lónìí gan àwa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ la máa jẹ́ president la máa jẹ́ minister la máa jẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀. The system of government you are going to run already is in blueprint. Bàbá wa ti sọ fún gbogbo ìgbà pé ẹ má rò pé gbogbo agbára tá sí nítorí pé oníkálukú ni Ọlọ́run yàn fún purpose tiẹ̀ fún agitation yìí. Àwọn kan náà ti fún wọn ní training bó ṣe máa rú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá táwọn gan ò mọ̀ wípé nǹkan tó ń go through it's about what future they will be. Nígbà tó bá dé tán ló máa rárá láti pé àṣẹ tó bá fún mi lọ́lẹ́ lẹ́yìn àwọn tó máa rú wa gan wọ́n lè máa ó yà wọ́n tó fi international standard tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti rí òkú trọ́sà wọ́n ti bá gbogbo àgbáyé jẹun tó yẹ ká they are young and vibrant and they can see to the future and they are current when it comes to history and technology. Ẹni tó lọ máa tì sí wa Ọlọ́run fúnra ẹ̀ ló yé. So tá a bá ń fi ìpè torí pé we are in this struggle because of post ara wa là ń tàn. This is the reality. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká ṣe Ọlọ́run nítorí pé à ń fẹ́ tó fúnra wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tara wa lọ́pọ̀ nítorí pé kí ni ìyà tó ń jẹ wá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ń sùn ó ń fún ọ láti máa jẹun ní ọwọ́ ọ̀tá. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mò ń bẹ̀ yín. Mo kí bàbá wa Yílóge, bàbá wa Akíntóyè, gbogbo yín pápátá gbogbo tẹ́tẹ̀ ṣe la rí. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ní ṣíṣì lágbára ṣe Ọlọ́run. Ẹ máa pẹ́ fún wa o. Ìṣojú yàrá ṣe máa gba ìjọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tá a máa ṣèjọba léra wa lórí tá gbogbo ayé máa mọ̀ pé láàárín ọdún 5 aláwa náà máa ní Dubai sẹ̀ tí gbogbo àgbà àti ẹ̀ nídìí àwọn òyìnbó láti wá láti dáná tẹ̀ máa sípè tiwa gbogbo àwọn ọgbọ́n promote wa ní Barbados, Haiti, Brazil, they are Yoruba people. We don't get promoted because of the jealousy and envy because they know our worth across the world. Máa kò sí sà ẹ má jẹ́ kí n wà wáńdọ̀ ẹ ṣe gan-an.
Wow, ẹ ṣe mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ yín àwọn ìbéèrè 2 mẹ́ta kan wọlé in fact the last one ni pé ṣé ní kankan nu àwọn obìnrin wa tàbí tí àwọn náà lè sọ̀rọ̀ ni so mo fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ béèrè àwọn ìbéèrè tí wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá wa kí bóyá tá a bá ti tán à lè wá mọ̀ bóyá a rí obìnrin kan tó fẹ́ náà sókè tí wọ́n bá wa sọ. Number 1 látọ̀dọ̀ Gbẹ̀du ó ní the best speech ever tóun sì gbọ́ lájẹ́ tóun ti mọ bàbá òun ni speech wọn today is the best speech tóun ever gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ bàbá pé it's comprehensive. Wọ́n wá béèrè question kan wọ́n ní kí n béèrè lọ bàbá ṣé ń gbọ́ wa sà ìpè kí ni relationship what's the relationship between bàbá and Mrs. Abiola because question yẹn wọ́n bí mí ni mi ò dẹ̀ lè I have to ask the question so bóyá kí n ká jẹ́ kí bàbá wọ́n dá lóhùn question yẹn látọ̀dọ̀ Gbẹ̀du bàbá ṣe wà ń bẹ̀ ṣe gbọ́ question yẹn sà mi ìjàrá yín sà mi ìjàrá yín sà.
Mute, all right.
Ṣé gbọ́ mi báyìí? Yes sir. Ṣé gbọ́ tí mo fi sọ sà?
Gbogbo yín lẹ mọ attitude mi sí gbogbo Yorùbá kíkó gbogbo Yorùbá pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn sọ pé ó ti wé help àwọn ọmọ yẹn àwọn náà jẹ́ kán lè wá máa pè mí kò sọmọ Yorùbá tó wá tèmi ò fàmọ́ra tèmi ò help. Nǹkan tí mo rò pé Ọlọ́run ní kí n lọ ṣe ní táìmù nìyẹn nígbà tó Ọlọ́run wá pè mí ní age of 84, 85 pé kí n lọ máa dé ní Yorùbá ó fẹ́ kí n lọ ṣe bàbá wọn ní ẹjọ́ kan Chief Sunday Igboho ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé bàbá ẹ̀yin ní leader wa mo gbọ́ ọmọ o ti sọ òótọ́ ló kọ́ sọ yẹn mi ní bàbá leader yẹn mi ò mọ nǹkan kan pa ẹ̀. That's it. My duty is to gather our people together and to make them a coherent team that will create a coherent country that will prosper beyond all imagination in the world. That's what I'm after. Àwọn tó help wọn níjọ́sí tó lọ inaugurate organization wọn tó bá wọn dá fund wọn sílẹ̀ wọ́n ń bó ẹ káàkiri wọ́n ṣe kíní kàìmọ̀ tó bá yá wọn ní wúmi mọ́. Denounce wọn mo ní bàbá òkè denounce àwọn ọmọ ẹ. That's my attitude. But Mama wa Onitiri there, I was very happy to receive her. This is another addition to the army. of strong people to my lead one and so on. I was very, very happy. And gbogbo ní ẹ̀rí bí mo ṣe ń treat ẹ̀ bí mo ṣe bó náà ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ń ṣe. Nígbà tá à ń plan meeting yìí, mo pe Ògún Ríbidó. A lè jẹ́rìí sí díẹ̀. Ìyẹn tó bí jọ́ bí mẹ́fà báyìí. Bá mi mo try láti reach ọmọ mi, mo phone kò pé. Bá mi reach ẹ̀, mo gbọ́ pé o súnmọ́ díẹ̀. Ó ní yes bàbá. God Fatai.
Ó dá yóò sọ.
Ṣé Fatai ṣì wà ń bẹ̀?
Mo dá yóò
Wọ́n wá bẹ̀ sà.
Ṣé mo ní ká máa ṣe lọ láìsí bẹ̀ ni?
Rárá sà, nítorí pé ìpàdé ìgbọ́n yẹ kó ti wáyé láti ọjọ́ mẹ́rin sẹ́yìn, ẹ̀yin lẹni pé ká wá dúró dè wọ́n.
Mo ní kó jọ kó bá mi reach ẹ̀. For more than 6 days now, he has been trying. Other people have tried. At some point, he brought some supporters of close friends of Mama, and I spoke to them. And they promised that by the Tuesday, Abamisoro, Tuesday, Obamisoro. So the situation is not clear. I don't know why he's not communicating. So fún ọmọ mi onítìrì pé bàbá Akíntóyè sọ pé kó wá bá òun sọ̀rọ̀. It is her duty to me to talk to me. It's my duty to her to find her. I have been trying to find her without success. She should come out and talk with me. We have a task to do for our nation. This is not about Duke Onítìrì or Banji Akíntóyè or it's about the Yoruba nation. I am ready to talk with her anytime. I'm waiting to talk to her. And in Kenny, to any access to her, as of Fuwipe Baba is distressed, keeping quiet to herself, because some of her closest friends don't open. I want to phone them on vegetable. So mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi sọ fún pé mo fẹ́ kó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ kó pè mí. Èmi ni bàbá ẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Mo dúpẹ́.
The second question is a kind of observation. Látọ̀dọ̀ Evangelist Jídé Ìgbè. Only from the last events ní location 419. Wípé àwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn tó ń kidnap pastors. Tó dẹ̀ pé kán tó bojú ẹ̀ tí wọ́n béèrè 500 million. 400 million. Àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti ń máa ń wá owó yẹn lè dáwó yẹn. Wípé tí ò bá jẹ́ pé ó nídìí àwọn owó irú 500 million ó jẹ́ pé ààbẹ̀ náà donate sí central account wa. We can provide services. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá ti sọ àti Chief Ayélóge, owó yìí ò ń ṣe owó tí a kàn ń gbà dání. Tó yẹn bá dé stage kan ní fún níná ló wà. Iná lówó gbogbo ìkan tó wá.
For the benefit of our people.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, pé gbogbo everybody ló máa benefit níbẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ sọ ní ẹ̀yìn gbogbo ìyẹn tẹ́ wà ní committee finance. Mo sọ fún ẹ pé it could be for anything. Níta kan ní nìkan bẹ́ẹ̀ òun ò ní data. Ìyàwó òun ṣubú níbì kan àwọn gbogbo àwọn frivolous kìíní wọ̀nyẹn nìkan là ní àtẹ̀sí. Any other thing tó bá ti jẹ́ major. Kódà asọ́débì kan tó wà láwọn fẹ́ ṣe training. To my benefit movement yìí, we will try to put application properly put together. Our committee to my sit lórí ẹ̀, wọ́n sit lórí ẹ̀. So let's see pé kò sí any look for anything kankan. They will approve it. Again, like I said, iṣẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá ṣe sọ nu opening speech wọn. Àwọn Jews far back 1900 something tó ti ń collect owó. That's why they pé kò sí American president kankan. Ẹ lọ Google kò sí American president kan tí ò bá fi ti Jew ṣe ní America kò possible. Donald Trump every year ni o. Pé kò sí president náà láti fi tí wọ́n ṣe. Kí ló ń fi tí wọ́n ṣe? Àwọn mélòó ni Jews? 1, 2, 3, 4 mo rò gómìnà bíbí ṣe bí wọ́n ti fẹ́ bí 2 million. Bẹ̀tẹ̀ agbára tí wọ́n ní òun ni agbára position wọn àti owó tí ó wà lọ́wọ́. We can also achieve that. So for all I know, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ fẹ́ dábẹ́ tí ẹ tí fẹ́ join openly, ẹ máa fowó ẹ fi support central account. Alàgbà yìí ló gẹ́dẹ̀ ti ṣàlàyé bí account yẹn bó ṣe come to, what we need it for, what we are going to use it for. So yẹn ni tí question sí alàgbà Jídé. Then the final one is a question pé ṣé a ní obìnrin kankan tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ láàrin meeting yìí ni. So I want to leave that open. Obìnrin tó bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà láàrin wa, we can náwó sókè. Then there is the major complaint. Ipe a máa ń sọ òyìnbó jù. I can answer that. I need to let gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀yin gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa. Tẹ́ bá wo, in fact, majority Yorùbá tó wà ní outside, níbẹ̀ bí Cuba, gbogbo àwọn outside countries wọ̀nyẹn, wọ́n fẹ́ pọ̀ jù àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà. So, and the only one medium of
there are 80 million Yoruba people in Brazil.
Then, sir. So
there are only 60 million in Nigeria.
Exactly. So tẹ́ bá wo
àwọn ará Brazil yẹn dẹ̀ pariwo pé wọn kò yé wọn nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. That's why we try to speak a language they can understand a bit.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir, I agree. Even though bẹ̀ tọ́ bá kíní kan la Brazilian ṣe o bàbá, tọ́ bá ń bọ tó bá ń ṣe ètùtù tí wọ́n ṣe gbá tó ń ṣàwo, Yorùbá tàtàtà kápápá òrìṣà wọlé òrìṣà jáde. So we appreciate them. So ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan, but àárín méjì à ń encourage wọn. Nígbà tá a bá délé agbègbè ẹ̀yìn tí ètò ìgbọ́ Yorùbá, wọ́n ní pé ìjẹ́ pé òyìnbó náà ń kọ́. Táwọn ẹlòmíì, bó dẹ̀ ti sọ fún àwọn kan lórí gúrùpù tèmi wà. Ìgbà tí ẹ máa fò òyìnbó rẹpẹtẹ, ẹ máa fi pẹ́ nìbọ̀dì ìyẹn ti kọjá. Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ òyìnbó táwọn èèyàn lè gbọ́. Tí ordinary people, ilé ayé máa dẹrùn fún àyèmọye àwọn èèyàn wa. I think that those are the major. Ẹ̀yin tó kù, ẹ send the message because we are not going to allow anybody to talk. That is the agreement on this particular occasion.
Òtún bá bínú, Ìgbòho ṣá, wọ́n fẹ́ pa sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ lè sí point kan.
Kò burú sà, of course. CSI, Ìgbòho ṣá, all yours. Ẹ ṣì wà lórí ìpínlẹ̀ tí ẹ jẹ́ kí ọ̀hún ti sà. Ó yẹ mítara yín, press button yẹn kẹ́ mítara yín sà. Hello. Thank you.
Ẹ kú pé sà, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi sà?
Ẹ ṣé sà.
Ẹ gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé ti gbọ́?
A ti ń gbọ́ sà.
Ṣé mo dúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó bàjẹ́? Mo kí ẹ̀yin bàbá mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Kò ṣe. À ń gbọ́.
Ẹ má sọ lọ́sàn.
Ajá kí jẹ́ mi ó bù wá. Tí igbákejì wọn.
Wọ́n wà ní tẹ̀lé.
Ẹ ṣe.
Ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré kan ni mo kẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
À ń kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Àwọn question tí wọ́n ń béèrè nípa ọmọ onítìrí àti bàbá. Èmi ò ní fẹ́ kọ́ mọ béèrè àwọn question tí ó mọ dá nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó dálẹ̀ láàrin wa. Bàbá ọmọ onítìrí ń gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tiẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jẹ́ ìyẹn ti àtàwọn tó mọ̀. Bàbá ni olórí gbogbo wa, abẹ́ bàbá ni everybody wà. Àti mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí ni o, àti Gbowó ni o, àti anybody ni o. A ti gbà fún bàbá pé bàbá Akíntóyè ni olórí wa. Adéníran ẹ̀dẹ̀ nígbàkejì rẹ̀. Mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tiẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn tiẹ̀ tó mọ̀. Àjọ padà gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ sójú kan ni, mi ìfẹ́ kọ́ mọ kú ọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí yẹn náà dà. Lẹ́yìn nífẹ̀ẹ́ kọ́ mọ sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó dá wa lálẹ́ tí ó mọ múnú bí bàbá ní láìpẹ́. So bàbá ló ní mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí, mo fi ń dá yín lójú. Pé mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí máa pe bàbá fúnra ara pẹ̀lú fúnra.
I will be so happy. Inú mi á dùn gan-an ni.
Mítara yín. Sí ayé.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ sà?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
À ń gbọ́.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ bàbá mi? Bàbá mi
À ń gbọ́ báyìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni à ń gbọ́.
Ẹmọ yẹn dájú. Mọ̀mọ́ yẹn máa pè yín fúnra ara wọn tẹ́jọ sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n wọn. Gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tí mọ̀mọ́ yẹn rẹ̀ tí ó lè dá ni. Bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo ń mẹ́sẹ̀jì wọn, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń dá mi lóhùn. So ti yé, èmi ò ní fẹ́ kọ́ mọ béèrè pẹ́sẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká kó lórí pẹ́sẹ̀ pé wọ́n ń béèrè pé kí ni àjọṣepọ̀ láàrin bàbá Akíntóyè jẹ́ kí ní ká àti mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí yẹn kó bẹ̀. Ọmọ ni mọ̀mọ́ jẹ́ sí bàbá yẹn. Ọmọdé ni mọ̀mọ́ onítìrí.
A dúpẹ́. O ṣé ọmọ mi.
Ìjẹ́ sí bàbá. Òun náà dẹ̀ ń gbégbèsè ẹ̀jẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí
ẹ ṣé sà.
Ẹ ṣé
adúpẹ́.
ọmọ mi.
Well, okay. Mi ò mọ gẹ́gẹ́ the last question tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sáré obìnrin àbí ká nominate kíkan náà àwọn màmá wa tó wà níbí.
Àwọn ájì anáwó lẹ́ẹ̀kan, ájì akóyìn.
Ájì akóyìn, ẹ ṣe ẹgbóhùn sókè. Mi tara yín wà.
Ó ti sàmì ò náwó by mistake ni ẹ má wọrí.
Mistake ló ń wà.
Ẹ lè bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ náà, màmá wa.
Ní kẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
Ájíá.
Bàbá ní kẹ́ gbóhùn sókè.
Mo wà ní street ní ariwo pọ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́ mo wà ní street ẹ̀ wò. Mo wà ní street ẹ̀ kiri mo wà ní street mi lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ mo wà ní street.
Ok, ẹ máa dàbí pé màmá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pe àwọn oníyàn tó.
Yorùbá Nation Global wọ́n náwó obìnrin ni wọ́n.
Obìnrin ni wọ́n. O tún rí màmá wa kan pé bí ìwà mọ̀ bí pín sọ́kùnrin ni àbí obìnrin ni pín. Ọkùnrin yẹ ẹ̀rẹ́rìn olórin kan nílùú yìí pín ló ń jẹ́ tó dẹ̀ ń kọrin àti gbàgbé.
Àgbàgbé ó ti lọ.
Ó ti jẹ́ mẹ́ta àti wà rán. Màmá wa pín bí iPhone ṣé bí yẹn Bísọ́lá àbí Bíóyè. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè sáyà mí tara yín mà. Mí tara yín.
Mo kí ó kàn wọ́n rìn mute me again. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ sà. Thank you so much. Daddy wa Professor Banji àti bàbá wa Akílóye. Ẹ ṣé ẹ̀kọ́ àjẹ̀pẹ́ ẹ̀rẹ́kọ́ adélẹ́mìírí everybody tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun. Inú mi dùn àti Chief Sunday Igboho. I'm so proud of you. You are a wonderful man. You're a smart man. In fact, àwọn dáàdi wa kan bàbá wa dé nírọ̀sán ìjẹta pé in fact nǹkan tó wà lórí yóò ju ti professor lọ. So I really appreciate yín gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe. So nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ Chief tuntun padà wá sọ nípa ti àwọn màmá wa onítìrí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ sọ nípa ènìyàn but wọ́n tún wá sọ so mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa mọ̀ pé àwọn kan máa ṣe iṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé kò sí ẹyẹ tó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. He has to be very confident. Tó jẹ́ pé bàbá Chief ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ secret thing tó yẹ pé kò sẹ́lòmíì tó máa gbọ́n títí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Gbogbo àwọn kan ò believe kó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. I gbọ́dọ̀ keep a lot of things very confident. Confident tó jẹ́ pé ọmọ yìí gan ẹ̀ ní sọ fún tẹ́ bá ti kúrò ní meeting ọmọ tó ẹ bínú kò ní gbọ́. Àwọn ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹnìkan wà nínú meeting yẹn nìkan lẹ máa mọ̀ bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn forever. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti tán. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ ká keep ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn tó bá dẹ̀ máa tẹ́ bá fẹ́ jẹ́ ká gbọ́. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tàbí for real but ẹ make it in a different way person tẹ́sí lè update wọn kí ni wọn náà máa dùn pé àwọn kan ń ṣe nǹkan lọ wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan lọ but we can't expose everything. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Ọṣẹ́ ọmọ mi, God bless you. My daughter, ọṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ayé ẹ sí ọ. Nǹkan tó sọ yẹn ó true. There has to be a lot of things that are confidential in this type of struggle. Tí n bá ń sọ gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe, má jẹ́ kí n sọ burúkú. A lot of things would have happened to me and to a lot of people. There are people who are working in this struggle, almost all over the world. Tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tá à ń ṣe is very confidential. They let the leadership know you can buy that much and you can never hear from me. Kíní kan irritate mi díẹ̀ lẹ́nu jọ́mẹ̀tà pé kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ Chief Imam sọ pé 2018 la máa gbẹ àwọn láti jọ́dọ̀ bàbá ló ti gbọ́. Chief Imam bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Imam is a priest also. Òun náà believe pé òun gbọ́rọ̀ láti Allah. So nǹkan tó bá sọ ó sọ́lá pọ̀ ara ẹ̀ ni. Kò sẹ́ni kankan
Me, Banji Akintoye, I am not the kind of person anything confidential to me. I like to talk a little, but I don't disclose. Ẹ má gbàgbé pé àwa ni the inner circle. Èmi tí mò ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, I belong to the inner circle of Chief Awólọ́wọ̀'s party, the UPN. Ìgbà tí a wà lọ́mọdé pátápátá náà ti ṣe action group tán ṣe premier, so mi ò lè sọ pé mo súnmọ́ wọn gbà yẹn. But nígbà tí wọ́n wà lọ́gbà ìwọ̀n àwa la dá action group students association sílẹ̀ ní UCI not UI. Àwa la kúrò ń bẹ̀ tá a lọ dá action group youth association. Action group youth association ló organize gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ wá ń pè ní wet yẹ, and I was the vice president. So téèyàn kan bá sọ pé irú mi ò mọ how to keep privacy or keep confidentiality, it doesn't understand me. Kò sí nǹkan tó yẹ kó confidential kọjá irú mi. There has to be a clearing house to include people like me, like Mrs. Onitiri, like Sunday Igboho, like Chief Ayiloge, like Professor Adenia, Awabi Marumefanye. There has to be such a leadership caucus from which nothing is hidden and in which everybody understands that this one is confidential and not exposure. I don't think that that's a difficult thing to keep. Ẹ má gbàgbé àwa Yorùbá la create ògbóni láyé yìí, tó jẹ́ pé téèyàn bá lọ sí ìpàdé ògbóni tó bá gbọ́ nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ó lè délé kó lọ máa sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ àbí fún ọmọ ẹ̀. The result is that most people kàn mọ̀ pé bàbá wọn wà ní ògbóni wọn mọ nǹkan tán lọ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. We are able to keep confidential things confidential, and there should be no somebody don't sọ pé bàbá ò lè keep. I feel insulted when I hear that sometimes. Me ò lè keep confidential material, or you ò lè keep something confidential, or Adenia or Sunday Igboho. No, ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ the wrong things tó lè insulted àwọn tí tó bí yín. I can feel insulted by the statement wípé àwọn kìnnìkan kan wà lè bàbá kò sí ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀rọ sọ nǹkan sí bàbá. I don't understand why people are saying that. Ẹ sọ fún ọmọ mi Onítìrí ẹ má gbé gbòógì kankan dé ọ̀nà. She has a duty to communicate with me and with the leadership of this movement. That's all. She cannot be acting by herself alone. It's as simple as that. So mo bẹ̀ yín tẹ́ súnmọ́, especially somebody like you. Ẹ sọ fún pé kó jáde kó pe àwọn bàbá ẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ kan jọ jókòó kan jọ discuss nǹkan bí tá à ń lọ, and not create the situation in which we are hearing her thoughts on a lot of the things so plan orí social media náà láti ń gbọ́. Are those confidential? They are not confidential. No. We must be truthful. Is the creation of a passport for the Yoruba nation confidential? No. There are many young boys who want to create passports. Is the creation of a flag for the Yoruba nation confidential? No. Even the most confidential material, to gbogbo wa ní in mind, the jota máa ṣe kàtà fẹ́ ṣe. Kò sẹ́ni wa tó máa jáde kúrò ní meeting tá lọ máa pariwo pé àyàn fẹ́ ṣe. Tá a bá dẹ̀ gbọ́ èèyàn kan bí chief imam tí ò kì í ṣe ara wa tó sọ àkàmárẹ́ ní ìpèpà. What a coincidence. That's all. That is all. Don't let us put this bogey of a confidentiality need before the truth of our organization. Our organization for the liberation of our nation needs to be united at the top and operate as a united team at the top and bring all our people together. It's that simple. So, my dear daughter, our confidentiality, yes, you are right. But there is a limit to which the fiku ọmọ ìyá wọn ní àfi fiku ọmọ ìyá èèyàn bọ ní lábẹ́. Mama, no. We were running this struggle for years before my daughter Onitiri showed up. She's saying that we did not have the capability to keep confidential what ought to be confidential at that time. She's saying that we are no longer capable because now that she had showed up to keep things that are confidential.
No, sir. Èmi ò tiẹ̀ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ rí, ìbá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ rí. Nǹkan tẹ́mi sọ nípa àwọn tó máa ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n máa dárúkọ ní many places. Bàbá ní pé wọ́n ní ká ṣe báyìí. Bàbá ní wọ́n ní pé kíní kan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sọ. Mi sọ pé mi tiẹ̀ bá mi sọ nítorí sọ̀rọ̀ rí.
Don't worry, Queen B.
Yes, sir.
Ló dárúkọ leader àti gbọ́ nǹkan èèyàn kan ló wà bí ó ní ó tiẹ̀ ó dùn máwọn èèyàn láti parọ́ mọ́ mi gbà pé mo rẹ́rìn táwọn bá wá parọ́ mọ́. It comes with the territory. Tí n bá kúrò bísí láì tiẹ̀ bá Professor Akintoye sọ̀rọ̀ mo lè ní Professor Akintoye mo ṣe bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kí n tiẹ̀ fi ní kíní. We know all that. We know that there is nothing we can do about that. But then, you know, the most confidential of things are within the leadership. Yóò bá ti sọ́tàn. Wọ́n lá kì í pé àmì àmà ń pé gbọ́n ni à ń pé gọ̀. When 2 or 3 people come by examine, that is the essence of the collective leadership. Okay, téèyàn kan bá wá ní mi ò fẹ́ share àkíní with the leadership tó bá ṣe mistake ńkọ́. In the days of Awolowo and all that, there are people, the leadership will take collective decision. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti take it, they will sit with it. I mean, they will go to town with it.
Of course.
Right. We need to cultivate kò séyàn kan tó gbọ́ tán nù wa. Bàbá Akintoye will wake me up nígbà míì. Ìgbà míì èmi òru ni mo máa ń pè wọ́n. A ní jẹ́ ká connect àwọn bíi mélòó kan sí. When we have to discuss, that is the essence of leadership.
Yeah. That's the Yoruba way.
Right. Pé báyìí ni nǹkan báyìí kan màá wò títí èmi nìkan ò lè dá sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún àwọn báyìí màá get back to you. That is the essence, and the reason we do that is because we just want to make sure kì í ṣe personal thing. It's not a personal thing.
No, it's not a personal problem.
It's not a personal thing. Èèyàn kan ò lè dábàá gbogbo ìlú náà. Tó bá máa kó wa sí trouble náà, ènìyàn á kó wa sí. I'm not talking about one person, but where there is only one person making all the calls, there is danger. You understand? And we won't even be able to defend any of those things. So, ẹ jẹ́ ká nǹkan tá à ń sọ, ó yẹ kó yé wa, condemn anybody. We are just saying that there is a leadership, just like we said, even YSMC, leaders council wà. We will debate things. Tó bá jẹ́ léyìí tó wà so secret tí ò ṣe é debate, a few leadership will know about it. I didn't say it. Gbogbo wa la mọ irú wàhálà tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ téèyàn kan bá lọ sí ẹsẹ̀ gbé, especially with the kind of people tá à ń dín pẹ̀lú. Àwọn tá à ń dín pẹ̀lú, these are not civilized people. Ó máa ń ṣe ní láàánú nígbà míì. Wọ́n pààyàn, àwọn èèyàn wa àyà fọ́tò, àdá kó wọn lọ ságọ́ ọlọ́pàá, because Yorùbá have àti kúrò ní that animalistic stage táwọn kọ́ ìwà. Ká ló máa pààyàn, ó yà wá lẹ́nu pé èèyàn kan lè wà brutal kó máa pààyàn báyìí. Àwa ní tá bá mú the culprit aláàgbé lọ ságọ́ ọlọ́pàá, àwọn á free yẹ. Kò mọ̀ pé wọ́n máa free ẹ̀ kàn ń wò pé nílùú Yorùbá ní nílùú tó lọ́ba tó níjòyè pé kò yẹ kí irú nǹkan báyìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀. So we need to look kò sọ́jọ́ tí Yorùbá ń act unilaterally.
No.
Even where the Obas are, there are Obas council. Tí ò lè ọba ò lè ṣe nǹkan láì jẹ́ pé ìjòyè mọ̀. Especially
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
the ara give ìjòyè. It is not. Ẹ ṣé.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. One text came in, sir. Only from what I've heard from Professor Banji Akitoye, could it be there is a communication gap? But also he said he tried many times. Well, I think the group, the group of Madam Onitiri should understand that nothing can work. I mean, you cannot work in isolation. That the other member of this movement must be part of whatever she's doing. If they want to keep it secrecy, at least they must know what is going on. So it cannot be a one-man sport. Babakitoye has responsibility over millions of people, and if Babakitoye complains that she's not having access to her, I think the onus is on her to at least make herself available to Papa. Juliana.
Thank you. That's not a question, it's a comment. So,
It's a comment. Comment in the way was a comment. That was
it's
a comment.
Yeah.
Comment. Well, again, because of time, and so far the substantial part of the message from the national leadership, we've had it, and like I said, I deliberately do not want.
There are two people with hands up. One
Yes,
is
I because I've asked, because Vice Chair, because I insisted that I only take questions.
Okay.
And then pass it to you.
Okay.
To the guests on this.
Kí just your question.
I'm going to give.
It's all right. No, the hands are Oti Bawasile.
I'll see, and it's because Ojo is also part of.
Oti Bawale anyway. Nígbà mo sọ̀rọ̀. Àròpọ̀ ire.
Well, if Barrister just want to talk, we can talk after Arupori. This is a special concession. I hope you appreciate that. Alàgbà Arupori, everyone's okay. Just 2 minutes.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ bàbá mi tí fún àǹfààní tẹ fún mi. Mo fẹ́ mi ò nílò ju ìpín àmì ìtẹ̀ nígbà tá à ní rárá. Mo fẹ́ kí bàbá wa Banji ọmọ Akíntóyè ìpè ló pẹ́ fún wa agbára lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè. Ẹ gbogbo bí olúgbogbo tirigbó ẹ pè ní máa pẹ́ tí ń pẹ́ agbára Ọlọ́run. Ìpò ní báyìí
Àmín.
àǹfààní tẹ̀lé fara yín sílẹ̀ tẹ́ fẹ̀mí yín sílẹ̀. Mo lè fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá Banji Akíntóyè àti bàbá wa Ọ̀túnba tí wọ́n gbé ètò jáde. Mo lè fẹ́ kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi bọ́dà mi ẹni tí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá gbà fún Ìgbòho ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Òòṣà èyí bàjẹ́ o. Ká bá sọ pé ẹnìkan dúró síbi kan tó sọ pé ẹnìkan ò kàwé, ẹ bá gbọ́ làákàyè àti inú ìlú tí mo wà l'Amẹ́ríkà mi báyìí kò bá ka Cambridge productive ẹ̀ náà fẹ́ wò wọn ò fìwé gbà ẹ́ síbi tán fẹ́ gbà ẹ́ sí wọn jẹ́ kó wá bá tí wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú òyìnbó nǹkan tó nílò ní wípé báwo ni n tó fẹ́ fi hàn ṣe jẹ́. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ fún orí ọ̀fẹ́ tọ́lọ́run fún Yorùbá. Bàbá tá bá ní ká lọ test ground Yorùbá yìí. Question mi méjì ni o, ìkan máa lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Ayílóge, ìkan lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Banji. Tá bá ní ká test ground wo sí, tá bá ní ká wo percentage àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ti tẹ̀lé wa. Tá bá ní yá ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde kí bàbá wa ń bẹ̀, bàbá Ayílóge, Ìgbòho Òòṣà àti àwọn bàbá gbogbo wa pátákà wá sọ pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá o tẹ́ wà nílé ẹ jókòó sílé ní ọjọ́ Tuesday tó ń bọ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó gbọdọ̀ jáde. Àwọn mélòó ló máa tẹ̀lé àṣẹ yẹn? Àwọn mélòó ló lè tẹ̀lé àṣẹ yẹn? So tá bá ní ká test ground now, òun ló wá mú ìbéèrè ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan àti àwọn èèyàn wa kán mọ̀ wípé a sì nílò kinní kan tó ní agbára. Nǹkan yẹn tó dẹ̀ ní agbára jùlọ yẹn òun ni kókó àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń wò yí pé kì í ṣọ̀nà bọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀nà tó dáa jù ni ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn gbọ́ wípé a fẹ́ jáde ṣùgbọ́n ṣé ó yé wọn. I need the grassroots house to house campaign awareness. Nígbà tó bá yé àwọn èèyàn tí àwọn bàbá bá sọ pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá o báyìí ní kẹ́ ẹ ṣe rìn ó ti yé wọn wọ́n ti mọ̀ túmọ̀ ẹ̀. Ìyẹn ló wá dífá fún ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá Bánjí Ayélógé sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé owó tá à ń sọ wípé central account yìí àwọn ọmọ tí a fẹ́ ṣe grassroots fún wọn ti mọ̀ wípé agriculture sector ti wà wọ́n ti mọ̀ wípé iṣẹ́ ti bẹ̀ sí provide ó ti yé wọn dáadáa wọn ò ní sọ wípé mọ́là ló lẹ̀wà Fúlàní ló ní ẹ̀gúsí àwọn ló ní ẹran àwọn ló ní àlùbọ́sà ìyá tó sọ wípé ẹnìkan jòkó lórí ọmú á lè yé nígbà yẹn wípé ṣé nǹkan báyìí pákéjì báyìí ló wà nílẹ̀ so bàbá wa Ayélógé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sà iṣẹ́ pọ̀ lọ́rùn yìí Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ bá ń ṣe òun ló wá mú mi béèrè question yìí pé kẹ́ ẹ sọ fọ́mọ Yorùbá lónìí ṣé kìí ṣe pé owó nìkan lẹ wá gbà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá social welfare committee nǹkan wọn ò tí wàá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ security committee nǹkan wọn ò tí wàá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ diplomatic sector wọn ò tí wàá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé a rí tí gbogbo kinní wọn tó bá ti jáde pàápàá jùlọ social welfare yẹn ó yẹ kí n ti rí ipa Yorùbá ní Ọ̀wọ̀ Masaka ó ti yẹ kí ní ọjọ́ kìíní bíi lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mélòó kan àwọn kan jáde wọ́n ń tọrọ owó fún àwọn ọmọ tó fẹ́ jáde láti lọ sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá àwọn ará bíi wọ́n ń ṣá wọn ní àdá ó yẹ kí ọmọ Yorùbá in the name of the burden tí bàbá jẹ́ orí fún ó yẹ kí ìyẹn ti bẹ̀ sí farahàn ìgbà yẹn lẹ́ máa wò wípé tọmọ Yorùbá sọ wípé ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá gbé ẹ̀wà agolo méjì wá sọ́dọ̀ mi òkò náà máa fi fọ́ orí ẹ̀ Dr. Ali lọ preach níbì kan ó ṣàlàyé yé wọn nígbà tí ẹnìyẹn gbọ́ tó sì ń tẹ̀lé olóṣèlú tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹnìyẹn lọ gbé ṣìgìdì jáde ó ń ṣe èpè ni nígbà tó yé so n tí mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o.
ẹ ṣeun inú mi dùn sí question yìí nítorí pé a fún mi lọ́rọ̀ sọ torí
àgọ́
mo ní inú mi dùn sí ìbéèrè tí ẹni tó béèrè jẹ́ evangelist nìyẹn àbí àròpọ̀ rẹ ló sọ̀rọ̀ ó lẹ́ẹ̀gbọ́ ok ló sọ̀rọ̀ èdè yes ṣé ẹ gbọ́ sí ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa mo ní inú mi dùn sí question yẹn nítorí pé major reason tá a fi ní adá ẹgbẹ́lẹ̀ tá a fi dá kàǹtì lẹ́yìn ṣé mo pé gbà mo sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo ní a ní láti control geographical space wa bàbá control ẹ̀ lẹ́ni kò sí nǹkan tó dá wa dúró ẹ̀rù ò ní bà wá and kí n wá sọ nípa ti àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tá à ń sọ yìí ṣé ẹ rí agriculture ní mainstream ready jobs ní ọ̀nà mẹ́ta ló pín sí mo sọ kankan sí nígbà tí Fúlàní bá kúrò ní Futajalon táwọn èèyàn ti sá kúrò lóko tó sá wálé pé wọn ò lè wọgbó tó bá ní kí lóye tẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ ṣàgbẹ̀ wá ní Fúlàní wà ní igbó ṣùgbọ́n owó tá à ń sọ yìí tá a bá wọgbó lọ a máa káwọn èèyàn wa àwọn youth wa tó pọ̀ síbẹ̀ wọ́n á bẹ̀ ní nǹkan ìdáàbòbò síbẹ̀ a ní kí a ń ṣe jàǹdùkú téèyàn bá gbé mọ́ wá bá ilé ẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan tó ó ní bá a ṣe ń ṣe wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́ oko wọn lọ àwọn tá a filẹ̀ sínú oko àwọn bàbá arúgbó tá a filẹ̀ nínú oko àwọn máa ń padà ń sá wálé yìí ṣùgbọ́n with a massive agricultural program throughout Yoruba land ẹ rí i pé à ń sọ̀bù farming tó ń bọ̀ yìí pé àrùn jẹjẹ à ń sọ̀bù employment à ń sọ̀bù security tó ń pàpà lórí security tiwa ò ṣe pé kákan ká gbébọn ká máa pa yóò bá ò ṣe a kì í ṣe yẹn Ọlọ́run rán wa nìyẹn ṣùgbọ́n téèyàn bá wá sóko ẹ àbí tó wá lé ẹ tó fẹ́ pa ẹ́ yóò bá mọ̀ yìí pé èmi náà máa defend the family mi ọ̀tọ̀ nìyẹn that's a program tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ nípa ní leadership organization yìí tó jẹ́ pé tá a bá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́la tó owó bá wà á bẹ̀rẹ̀. Then welfare, diplomacy, gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀sán yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ la ní. Ṣùgbọ́n even welfare nínú welfare kìíní wa kò sí profession tí ò sí mbẹ̀. Doctor wà mbẹ̀, surgeon wà mbẹ̀, family doctor wà, gbogbo pharmacist wà mbẹ̀. Tó jẹ́ pé tó bá bẹ̀ wá pa the side tó ń pé kán lọ sílẹ̀ wa kán lọ tọ́jú èèyàn wọ́n lè lọ. Tó bá jẹ́ pé kán tún ṣe nǹkan míì ni, tó bá jẹ́ pé kán lọ sí àwọn tí ó jẹ́ pé wọ́n displace wọ́n wà nínú ìgboro ó wà. Èèyàn kan sọ fún wọn ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá, ó ló yẹ kí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń gba látòrí aṣọ lọ sórí oúnjẹ lọ sórí ìgbèrè tá a lè máa ṣì lọ́bẹ̀. Yes, these are things that ṣùgbọ́n owó ní tó wò bá sílé kọ́ má dámọ̀ràn kankan. Ìyẹn ló fi ń dùn wá nígbà tá a bá wá ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé ẹ dáwó sínú àkáǹtì ẹ dáwó tí àwọn kan gbé tí wọ́n fi pé ẹ má má dáwọ́ wọn ẹ lóhùn ní káwọn organization kéékèèké kọ́ máa gbowó tiwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ máa wá bẹnu ẹ̀tẹ́lù central account. Ìyẹn ò dáa nítorí pé wọ́n fi ń dí gbogbo nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ tá à ń sọ yìí wọ́n fi ń di lọ́wọ́ ni. Tówó yẹn bá wà lẹ́nìí kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ fi ṣe like I said before àwa tá a wà ní leadership ní organization kò sẹ́ni tó ń kọ́ wá wà ń bẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó lè gbowó jáde ń bẹ̀ àti àwọn tó ní àkáǹtì ń gan these are all professionals in their own right ló jẹ́ pé ní country ibi tán bá wà tán bá ṣàṣemáṣe tán bá forúkọ wọn lọ́bẹ̀ wọ́n lè jẹ́ni tí ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ bẹ̀. Torí tó bá lọ káńsù àwọn àkáǹtì tó sọ pé báyìí ni ó kówó jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu yẹn rí. So gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí la make sure wípé ó wà so that à ń lè rówó ṣe gbogbo nǹkan gbogbo ẹ̀ kì í ṣe pé gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe òun ṣe yóò bá tòde òun náà irú eléyìí ò ṣe é pariwo òun ló fi dàbẹ́ ní pé àwọn kan ní àti ẹ̀wà mọ nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn ń ṣe àmọ́ nǹkan tí Akíntóyè ń ṣe àmọ́ nǹkan tí Ayélódé ń ṣe àmọ́ nǹkan tí eléyìí ń ṣe because àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tí tá à ń ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ kí ṣe nǹkan tó ń polongo tí ò bá jọ̀rọ̀ tó wá bẹ̀ lénìí kálá owó wà ní mi ò ní sọ eléyìí tí mo sọ ìkan kò tí yẹ kí n sọ débẹ̀ nítorí pé àfẹ́ máa sọ pé báyìí là á ṣe kọ́ máa lọ gbé gidi ọ̀nà ṣùgbọ́n ibi tí mo sọ dé mo fẹ́ tọrọ gáfárà lọ́wọ́ yìí pé ẹ má jẹ́ sọ jùbẹ̀ tówó yẹn bá wọnú àkáǹtì gbogbo wa náà ló ní owó yìí periodically ni auditors report tí wọ́n máa jáde ká máa rí.
Ṣé àrùkọ rẹ ó ṣe ọmọ dúpẹ́.
Gbogbo àwọn organization tó jẹ́ tó wà nínú YSL ló láǹfààní láti béèrè nǹkan tó wó yẹn jẹ́ lásìkò kásìkò so bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o ẹ ṣeun mo rò pé ṣàdáhùn pẹ̀sán.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n add a few more a little to what the Vice Chairman has just said. Àrùkọ rẹ mo dúpẹ́ pé o béèrè question yẹn because so important. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tá n plan tí ẹnìkankan ò tí ì mọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ nípa rẹ̀. But tí àwọn ọmọ tó concern lé wọ́n mọ̀. Bí ní ọ̀sán yìí ní Thursday yìí àwọn youth leader kan pè mí láti one of our states pé àwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí o láti lọ máa visit àwọn ọba pé wọ́n ní ìdí ilẹ̀ fún plan oko wa tá a sọ àwọn ọba wọn inú wọn dẹ̀ dùn wọ́n dẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa fún wọn nílẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa fúnra wọn led by a retired military officer junior military officer nígbà tó retire àwọn fúnra wọn ló kó plan yẹn jọ tán pé ní ṣàgbẹ̀ṣẹ̀ṣọ́ Ṣàgbẹ̀, Ṣẹ̀ṣọ́. Nǹkan tó mì ní wípé wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí create farms settlements all over Yoruba land. Minimum of members in the farm settlement will be 30 men with their families, 30 young men with their families. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ kọ́lé kókò kó síbẹ̀ irú ilé táwọn American pè ní rancher, 2 bedrooms, veranda, kitchen, and so on. Táwọn màmá gbé wọ́n á dẹ̀ wá kọ́ ilé tí wọ́n lè fi ṣe storage center and food processing center nínú oko yẹn. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ decide àwọn states wà á lọ bá wọn ṣe soil survey. Wọ́n á decide which crop will grow best in this land. The plan is minimum of 30. It can be more.
The network is at it again.
30, that's already going on. The young men are already going around looking for land for this farm settlement plan. Tembani mi bangia nítorí mo jókòó tí mo design rẹ mọ ọba mi mo dẹ̀ ti bá wọn inaugurate ẹ̀ pé ẹ lọ máa ṣe ara ìdílé tí àwọn kan report fún mi ní ọ̀sán yìí pé àwọn tí ń rí àwọn ọba wọn because a lè máa ra ilẹ̀ fúnrú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ à á ní ilẹ̀ yẹn àwa lówó tá a máa fi ṣe the other things on the land. Ara nǹkan tá a dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe sí land yẹn ni pé we will surround it with a fence that will be easy to defend. And we will have security guards, security posts at the entrance to the center. You don't continue on our plan here. Okay, they call the project Shesho project. Each of the settlements will be called Ileto. It's already in existence. The documents are there. Professor Akinyemidu, retired professor of agronomy from Obafemi Awolowo University, Labẹ, Obama, chairman. The project is ready, everything is ready. What we are looking for is the money to start doing it. Tó o bá lọ sínú irú accounting tí a dá sí the Yoruba National Fund, there will be money to start at least 2 or 3 or 4 of such settlements in every state. And once we start, it will spread all over our land. Open land, you can come out and full of atmosphere. The program is there. The money is not available yet. But the boys themselves are already going around acquiring the land. I want to keep me on Monday. When just Saturday, last Saturday, I want to buy a number of Equitiobas. Wanted to promise one in there. So Lara, our young men, survey our men. So all that the young men will do is to go to the Oba and say, our surveyor is here to go and demarcate the land. The first one, and the Kabiyesi have said, we will give you the land. We are very happy that you are thinking like this, because it also means security. It improves security in our domain. So, there are plans and plans and plans. Welfare is the number 1 priority of everything that we are doing. Welfare of our people, and in fact, you would create the tone of life. And develop in the wa. I do along. Thank you, for asking the question. But you then ask the question. Nígbà tí wọ́n ti yan Tinubu a lè sọ pé up to 80% àjókòó sílẹ̀. But lẹ́nu ìgbà kan yàn èmi lọ́kàn ó ti interfere díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú the local strength from town to town. But a bá sì ní kí àyàn ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ń fẹ́ country ara yín because ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé Tinubu wọ́n ń wá country ara wọn náà. They want their country, but they believe they will follow Tinubu, follow the politicians, and so on, and take money from them because ibi tó wà nìyẹn. Ìgbọ́n tẹ́ bá ní tó bá dójú ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá sọ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fẹ́ country ara yín lọ́la ní jáde. The majority of Yoruba people will say, oh, very clearly. I have no doubt about that now. So, we are planning all sorts of welfare programs. There is a welfare committee. The welfare committee is made up of, as I cannot repeat it, actually, Mr. Ayido doctors, lawyers, nurses, pharmacists, and so on. Very soon they are planning to send doctors without walls, hospitals without walls, all over Yoruba land. Tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n kórajọ síbì kan, àwọn old people tó ní sicknesses oríṣiríṣi, degenerative diseases oríṣiríṣi, wọ́n lè. Àwọn ọmọ wa kan ti ń ṣe yẹn láti America already. Ọmọ mi kan tán pè ní Dúpẹ́ in Philadelphia. Every year, local doctor wálé to watch it. So that's already a sample for us. So he comes from Ikale. So every year, a minimum man long declare a program. Usually in his village, he go to home. So I'm a doctor. So they might be for about 2-3 weeks. So it is something that we can do. We Yoruba are very resourceful people. We are intellectually powerful people. All that is needed now, Kabale move on without waiting for any government, is money for us to accomplish certain things. Again, in a national fund, you should pàtàkì púpọ̀. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ká fojú sí ká béèrè ó dín nǹkan ńlá ká lè máa lò for the well-being of our people. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you very much. Again, like Baba always said, our Yoruba are so unique. Ọ̀rọ̀ wa bákan but àwa la gbọ́n jù. Tọ́lá pé àgbọ̀n bákan kò dé gbọ́ rárá. That's also a unique way to describe us. What I'm trying to say ni pé mo insist pé ká máa ń gba ìwọlé bẹ̀ náà kan ti rápálá. Wọ́n dàbẹ̀ rápálá. Baba dẹ̀rẹ̀, Baba will listen to everybody. So again, but Alaba Jide Ige, I have already passed your message, Baba Ali, but let me quickly read an emergency text message I received from an ongoing program on the other media house. The message is directed to Baba. Baba, is it true that we don't need to do anything to declare Yoruba nation? Is it true, sir? Please.
One thought in the can divulge the secret come.
Well, I got the message, sir, from the message.
I want my first meeting. It's part of what the governments that we talk to are saying to us. Or Sunday to so major part of it. All we need as a government, talk and sharani abanyita. The one can tell so my own impressive one. And can tell them so in our country in Gogo insecurity to Gabogole, poverty that you grab it. I'm a Gogo one. But Tia Bashe XYZ. Le dede wa jalo. On a Sunday, so like the level of our consciousness, the level of our activity must increase sharply. Catholic head. Nígbà tí àwọn South Africa náà ń fẹ́ gba àwọn sílẹ̀ tó lọ́wọ́ apartheid. Mo ti sọ léyìn ní a number of programs rí òwe ni mo fi ń pa sí wa òwe ọmọ àtún pánsì. Wọ́n lọ bá Henry Kissinger, the Secretary of State. Wọ́n keep one for 2 days in Washington DC. Wọ́n ròyìn fún gbogbo ọ̀lẹ́. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ wá máa dá wọn lóhùn pé ẹ ṣe a lot of the things ṣe ń sọ fún wa ìlànà. All the oppression, all the unreasonable oppression of man by man in South Africa. But if they ban some people when you for in terms of one any problem. There ban a problem because it can't really shame pie. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ bá wá sí tí tó bá wá obvious pé any crisis. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi?
Àgbọ̀yé sà.
Àgbọ̀yé.
Tẹ́ ẹ bá ń sọ fún wa pé wọ́n ti fòyà jẹ wá, wọ́n ṣe kìnnì kan. Problem ni kò sí nǹkan tí àwọn Amẹ́ríkà lè ṣe pa. Ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ bá ní crisis, then America will intervene. I won't say more than that.
I think you've answered the question from one tí wọ́n máa ń yé.
Yeah, Otumba.
Yes, sir.
How long have we been here? We can't be here all day.
As a matter of fact, we have 15 minutes more.
Okay.
And in 15 minutes exactly, I will have to bid everybody bye-bye. And that's why if I allow anybody to contribute now, Ejema Bino, genuinely 1 minute is 1 minute. If it goes beyond 1 minute, I will just stop you, block you, and that will it. Evangelist Jide, apart from pass your message on, what do you want to say in 1 minute?
Ẹ ṣé gan sàmódúpẹ́, mi ò ní lọ sínú gbogbo protocol lọ títí all protocol duly.
Go on.
So therefore, pass message here. Yes, sir. It was just a little bit incomplete, Baba. Torí pé téèyàn bá gbẹnu ẹlẹ́rìí sọ. Mo fẹ́ kí bàbá wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ gan-an àdẹ̀ ní láti dààmú wọn ìyẹn bàbá wa Kíntóyè ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n.
Unmute yourself.
Another time, sir. Ẹ bá wa pass a passionate appeal, sir. Torí Ọlọ́run, out to all our Yoruba religious leaders. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti ń jáde, bọ̀ wọ́n ń pẹ́ ẹnu sọ̀rọ̀. Èmi máa dárúkọ, I am an ordained evangelist in my mission. Ọlọ́run ní ká sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ sà. Bàbá Adébóyè jáde recently wípé Christian defend yourself but don't carry gun. It is not done. Sir, I would rather give a member of my family money to buy gun to defend him or herself now first before I give him or her money to feed. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi yẹn lẹ̀ síbẹ̀ sà. Tí wọn ò bá fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí Yorùbá Central Account nínú owó tó ń gbà ní Nàìjíríà, gbogbo wọn majority of them ni wọ́n ní branches of their churches including my mission mi ò ní dárúkọ ẹ̀ lórí social media. Táwọn ọ̀gá mi níbi Ọlọ́run bá rí mi kọ́ máa gbọ́ mi kẹ́tí wọ́n máa là ní ògbésẹ́ rán anybody. Àwọn Christian leaders ta ni wọ́n ń target jù ní Nàìjíríà presently 100 million tó máa lọ fi san ransom tó mú 50 million lẹ́ẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀ sí Yorùbá Central Account kí a ti jọ defend ara wa ju pé kó a máa gbé wọn lọ. I don't have any kí wọ́n ti ń pè àánú for any Christian leader tí wọ́n á gbé Nàìjíríà sí ó ń bọ̀ àwọn ládẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ ẹ ṣe sá for allow me to talk. They need to make it.
Thank you.
They make money from their branches abroad. They need to put dollar in Yoruba Central Account.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you. God bless you.
The motivation is for Isabel knowing him. What he put his
Ní sùúrù ẹni ọlọ́ọ̀nìkan ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó correct. Ẹ jẹ́ kí sọ́dọ̀ sọ́dọ̀ Odùduwà Exodus 1 minute. 1 minute is 1 minute. Mr. Isaac.
Ẹ ká sọ ọ́.
1 minute. I go straight.
Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí àṣọ láti ìpamọ́ mi gbọ́ láti wà lókè ìsà ìṣáájú ẹ̀ ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ print. Yes, sir. So, ṣẹ́rí central account yìí àwọn èèyàn wọ́n take it serious. Wọ́n take it serious. I need the more publicity outside the conferences, meetings and ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn social media ẹ ṣe jingle ẹ fún gbogbo àwọn social media ká máa kó ẹ̀ ká máa put ẹ̀ yìí nígbà tí a máa ṣe meeting launching yẹn. I promoted this central account lórí rédíò mi every day at least in a day láàrin session of music to play it twice. So bàbá ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn regularly ó máa yàtọ̀ sí jingle kan ṣe fún launching but a separate jingle that will be talking more about that central account. Ìyẹn number one. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n pa tí wọ́n attack tí wọ́n disable ní Ìgàngán àti àwọn other places tí wọ́n ti ń ṣàwọn ìléṣe. Àwọn èèyàn yìí wọ́n are need to support them. If the central account is available, we will be able to earmark certain amount of money to be displaced people from the community and to be able to feed them. Gbogbo àwọn kan báyìí lè ní fẹ́ ká jẹ́ ká máa fi ṣe ìrántí fúnra wa. Aba ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìdíjàpẹ́ náwó sí ìdíjàpẹ́ fowó ṣe. When we do all these things, ó máa influence àwọn èèyàn láti wholeheartedly to contribute. So that's my own concern ní ìfẹsọ̀ ní ẹ̀rọ. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Ẹ ṣé sà, bàbá ẹ pin bí gbẹ̀dú mo ti pass message yẹ but go ahead and say it. 1 minute.
After Agbedu, ó kọ àwọn méjì and then we'll wrap it up, please.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, torí Alhaji Gbedu ó yá up to you.
Go on mute.
Onígbẹ̀dú Ọ̀gbẹ̀dú, unmute yourself.
Yourself? Okay, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Yes.
À ń gbọ́.
Ẹ kálẹ̀ ẹ ṣe gan-an. Only one question tí òyìn bí mi léèrè mo fẹ́ bí yín léèrè sá. Àṣẹ rally ní UK, which is a massive one. And after the rally, people are asking me, what is next? What is next? Àdèmọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń gbìyànjú. Now, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe rally, mega rally ní Nigeria, big one. We have done putting our own things together here. Àwa ti ṣe wọn bàtà lè ṣe, and we are waiting for results. But okay, I want to pariwo, we are out there and everybody have saw it, they were happy with it. But what's the best result we're going to get out of it? That's what people are asking me. So I'm bringing it back to the house, the job, and help me out. That's the question we're being listened.
Ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ rally lè jẹ́ one sing ní ọjà tá à ń jà yìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ rally ní any country kò lè jẹ́ just one event and that's all lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹni tí mo rò kó get spirited jù ní gbogbo wa abroad òun ni Ológunlolúwa. He has this organization, Yoruba Diaspora Mega Rally. Àwọn máa ń ṣe rally many times. About 3 weeks ago, wọ́n sì ṣe kan. And they are planning another now. That should be the spirit. Ìgbà yẹn làwọn tó ní country tẹ́ ń gbé máa mọ̀ wípé nǹkan tó ń ta àwọn ará bíi lára ó ń ta wọ́n lára o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wò ká bá wọn dá sí o. Ìgbà yẹn ṣe rally lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá lẹ́yìn jókòó sílé de result. Kò sí result tó máa wá o. There have to be many rallies frequently. Inú mi dùn pé rally ní UK. A ṣe big one in London. Àwọn èèyàn wa kan tún ṣe kan ní Manchester. Mo gbọ́ pé ìkan náà wà ní Liverpool. Ẹ jẹ́ ká continue láti máa ṣerú ẹ̀. Irú Ológunlolúwa tó ń ṣe mega rally. Ẹ jẹ́ ká encourage ẹ̀ kó máa ṣe more frequently. Àwa yòókù ní other parts of America ká máa bá wọn ká àwa náà máa ṣe. Ká ṣe ní New York yẹn. Ká máa ṣe níwájú United Nations almost a month. Yóò tẹ̀ ju 1,000 people péré tó máa gádùn síwájú bẹ̀ tó máa pariwo tó máa disperse at the end of the day. We need that. Nǹkan táwọn foreign countries ní ìyẹn, the level of your commitment must be obvious to us before we can come and help you. So the
last, sorry, sir. That's not our first rally, sir. We do up to 5 rallies every year. We need to let you know in UK. And for example, I will let you know that in Europe and in diaspora, UK one is the biggest one. You can ask about it. We don't do rally once. We've been doing it all the time. So what I'm asking is that we need more power from you. America and we have the biggest one in UK, sir. Thank you.
I like that spirit of rivalry. Yeah. I like that spirit of rivalry.
Okay. I'm under pressure and I don't want to be like bring the Hitlerish. Some people will say the people study in Germany. Hitler, I'm not. But I think that now I want to listen. And there's so many questions coming on my phone that I want to ask the presidency. Mama Queen B, it is all like concluding the summer.
Queen B, I want to back to sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan kan jẹ́ kí.
Bóyá kẹ́ type ẹ̀.
Yes, type it. Taiwo, then Baba Pio, Lamid.
Baba is the last one. Okay, Alaba Taiwo.
Taiwo, and after that, I think we should just wrap it up. We are turning this to another.
Exactly, I'm trying to avoid this. Okay. Taiwo obìnrin ni àbí Taiwo ọkùnrin ẹjọ́. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè sà. Méjì ara yín.
Ní ọkùnrin ni Mr. Ekalesa.
1 minute títorí Ọlọ́run ẹ má kí ẹ kàn sọ̀rọ̀ kí ẹ sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ sọ.
Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá mi nínú ìlú.
Ẹ̀sìn sí protocol ẹsẹ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó fẹ́ sọ ẹ̀sìn.
Ẹ jọ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ mo wà ní orí platform tí mo rí ọ̀rọ̀ nípa issue security tí wọ́n ní pé kàn máa send the details but some people were asking me is this form is it true or not? Èmi wá sọ fún ọ pé èmi ò tí mọ̀ until tí bá gbọ́ information láti òkè wípé èmi ò tí lè sọ anything concerning that form so ni mo fẹ́ béèrè bóyá lóòótọ́ ni fún ìyẹn jẹ́ ní o or kò jẹ́ ní o tán ní ká máa send àwọn details wa for those that want to go for security for Oduduwa security so ni mo ṣe ní kí n confirm sir.
Ẹ máa get in touch pẹ̀lú ìkànnà media presenters. Àwọn tó wà ní charge security they are not here now but it's a very important question. Get in touch pẹ̀lú any of us. I'll get back to you. Shegoza. Alagba Lamid, one of our highly gifted engineer, software engineer. How to overtake WhatsApp ní latest app kan tó ṣe. Ó yá ẹgbọ́n sókè sà. Mẹ́ta ara yín Alagba Lamid. Please unmute yourself. Software engineer aláìsẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ yín sínsìn ni.
Lọ́dún ìgbé.
Ẹ pé bàbá àdéhùn sà.
Ẹ bá mi gbẹ́sẹ̀ sókè bóyá
Alagba. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Ẹ̀rù bà mí.
Ẹ má bínú sà. Mo kàn fẹ́ encourage àwọn ọ̀dọ́ náà nípa central account wa ní pé ọ̀nà oríṣiríṣi la lè gbà láti fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́ láti contribute sí central account fún ìwúlò fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa ni àwọn bàbá wa yìí ń jà fún and mo fẹ́ bẹ̀ àwọn bàbá wa náà pé irú Yorùbá nation tí a fẹ́ lọ a gbọ́dọ̀ tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi wọn àwọn ọ̀dọ́ àti àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n ti believe nínú Yorùbá nation and nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ sọ ni wípé nínú ọgbọ́n ọmọdé mi tí a bá lè ní owó ní central account mo encourage àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe àwọn nǹkan tí a fẹ́ gbé kalẹ̀ láti lè gba owó ní online lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ láì ṣe investment kankan láti lè fi sínú central account and ìmọ̀ràn tí mo fẹ́ gba àwọn bàbá wa ni wípé nínú community kan lórílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tí a bá lè fi solar energy sí community kan tí wọ́n níná 24/7
a máa win lot of souls fún Yorùbá nation fún ìjàngbara wa ẹ ṣé gan.
Thank you.
ẹ ṣé ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ.
Last but not the least,
àwọn méjì ló kù Ọlásùpọ̀ Òjó àti bàbá ìlú 1 minute. Barrister Òjó 1 minute. Meet Ariza. Meet yourself.
Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ bàbá àròpọ̀ ire wọn díẹ̀ lára ẹ̀. Ó wà lára àwọn nǹkan tí àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé kan máa ń wò kan tó lè recognize the new state. Ìyẹn ni effectiveness. That is, tán bá tẹ̀ sọ pé gbogbo yín ẹ jókòó sílé o. Wọ́n fẹ́ rí i pé ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tán pọ̀ wọ́n obey. Bẹ́ẹ̀ a lè jẹ́ láti pé a ní ìṣọ̀kan. Ìṣọ̀kan yẹn dẹ̀ ní ẹgbẹ́ tá ní gbogbo olórí ẹgbẹ́ kan kóra jọ. YSDM yẹn kò ń ṣe organisation ní YSDM movement ni movement ojú organisation lọ. Ẹjọ́ èmi kò fẹ́ rọ lórí ẹgbẹ́ pátá tí wọ́n ti wá tẹ́gbẹ́ wọn ò mú YSDM táwọn olórí ẹgbẹ́ wọn kan wò. So ìgbà tó bá di ìgbà tá a fẹ́ test effectiveness wa ẹnu wa á gbòòrò lórí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa kárí ayé mi ní sọjù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sìn.
Ẹ ṣé bàbá Aliyu mo rí pé kọ́wọ́ sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan bóyá 1 minute tí 1 minute máa ká yín.
Bóyá èèyàn kan ti sọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ.
Okay, maybe. Then I have this Bashir, I have this message here again. Is mo rò pé program tó ń ṣe lẹ́nu yẹn ń wò tó dẹ̀ ń send sí mi bí and I need to read it out. I don't understand why Madam Onitiri is so aggressive and abusive of the national leadership, but I must be very careful here. The reason why I'm reading it out ni pé commander mi pé ẹsẹ̀ nìkan kan mi kọ́. I don't want us to debate it, to go on it. I'm just reading it to the national leader.
That is not what we are here for.
Iṣẹ́ gbogbo wọn tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ọmọ àkàtà.
Gbogbo wọn yẹn àti that's not what we are here for. Àwa ń bí láti káwọn Yorùbá jọ láti sọ̀rọ̀ tó dáa tó ká sọ fún wọn bí tá a ṣiṣẹ́ dé àti gbogbo ẹ̀ adẹ̀tí accomplish ni. Àfẹ́ jókòó bí ká máa dáyàn kan lóhùn. So kò sí bí ẹ jẹ́ ká parí ẹ̀ sí bí ká máa kọ́bíkálukú máa lọ. Ẹ ṣé ẹ̀yin media people tó wà bí àtẹ̀yìn náà tẹ gbọ́ tẹ wá. Ẹ ṣé gan-an ni Ọlọ́run á tú ọ̀nà yín ṣe ní ṣìṣe tí Yorùbá yìí tá bá gba òmìnira tán wọn ní fi kankan yín wọn ní fi wá wá tì ire lẹ́ẹ̀mọ́ rí ire yín ò dẹ̀ ní dúró ṣíṣe yín ò ní dúró ayé yín á dáa. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ gbọ́ lénìí tẹ bá ti ń rí àwọn èèyàn yín ẹ máa tún sọ fún wọn kó lè yé wọn. Ẹ má sọ pé àti ẹ̀wà mọ̀ nǹkan táwọn wọ̀nyẹn ń ṣe ìyẹn la fi jókòó bí láti bí wákàtí 3 sí 4 tá à ń ṣàlàyé gbogbo ẹ̀. Ẹ má sọ pé àti ẹ̀mọ̀ nǹkan tí bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ àmọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá Yílógé ń sọ àmọ́ nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn no kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ òun la fi wà ń bí tábà tiẹ̀ níjọba gan nílẹ̀ Yorùbá báyìí náà la ṣe máa ẹnu yìí náà la máa fi sọ fún yín. Ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ ṣé sà.
Ẹ ṣé o.
I want to call on Baba for final words.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó wá sí village bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìpàdé village hall meeting yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe léyìí lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà sí i. Ó má jẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ̀kan la máa ṣe máa ká lè máa dákẹ́. Let's do it many times over. Ẹni tí ó bá ní agenda tó yàtọ̀ sí ti gbogbo ti Yorùbá tó bá yá á mọ̀ wípé the Yorùbá psychology does not accept anything tí ò bá wà collective. òyìnbó kan wá sí sílẹ̀ Yorùbá ní 1854 ó dẹ̀ travel títí for 4 years nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ń wádìí ó wá ní this whole question of collective leadership àwọn Yorùbá mọ̀ ṣe ju gbogbo aráyé o that's 1858 in the book written published in 1858 mi ò sọ pé 1958 o 1858 yes our Yoruba we value collective leadership we respect collective leadership and we know how to practice it par excellence so ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ leaders ẹ mo bẹ̀ yín don't lose that because that's a major thing that the Yoruba nation can teach the world how to do. Èmi nìkan mo lè ṣe èmi nìkan mo máa ń ṣe àwọn yòókù ò mọ how to keep secret àwọn mìíràn ò mọ kí ní ṣe wọ̀nyẹn they are not conducive to success among Yoruba people. Nǹkan tó lè lead to success among Yoruba people is collective leadership. Then outside the Yoruba nation itself outside àwọn èèyàn ń wò wá àméjì tá máa need láti sọ. We want to see more evidence that you are united. Why is everybody among you coming out and say I'm the ultimate leader of the Yoruba? Why? And often saying rude things about one another. Ọmọ kan kọ lẹ́tà sí mi pé iṣẹ́ ọmọ wa àgbàlagbà náà ni mo kọ ní yunifásitì ní graduate school ní America. Is now in a very high position in the government of America. Or correct and you see more people send you around. Only if you people cannot respect one another and you don't respect your leaders, how do you expect us outsiders to respect you or your leaders? Why should we respect your leaders? Why should we respect you yourself? Don't bow us all. And why is everybody in Yoruba land saying, I am the leader, the leader? Is that not a sign that if you have your country, you are going to become like Southern Sudan? Or don't become like Southern Sudan? I need láti caution ẹni tó bá rò pé òun nìkan ló ń mọ̀ ṣe I need láti ẹ̀yin àwa tá a bá jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ jẹ́ ká caution ẹ̀. If is open to me and I'm able to talk with such a person, I will convince him. Ẹni tó ní máa bọ̀ kí gbogbo aṣẹ́pọ̀ kì í ṣe pé wọ́n hate ẹ̀. Rárá o, kì í ṣe pé wọ́n hate ẹ̀ at all. What they are saying is, let us do it together so that what we are doing may succeed. Success yẹn náà wà. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń ready láti bú anybody. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a ṣe ń bí ìlẹ́yìn kò sẹ́ni tó ń bú anybody. But there is no doubt that the spirit of this gathering today is that all Yoruba people who are committed to this struggle must learn to work together. Ọlọ́run adé fún wa ní ọ̀nà tá a máa fi ṣe tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Gbọ́dọ̀ bínú sí ẹnìkankan tó bá yá ẹni tó bá rò pé òun lè ṣe é nìkan á discover pé kò ṣeé ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ o, ẹ ṣé.
Ẹ ṣé sà, bàbá ẹ jọ ẹ kàn fẹ́ mi tí à ń gómìnà ò tí ì sọ̀rọ̀ látàárọ̀ mi ráyè sọ̀rọ̀.
Eléyìí tó ti ń sọ látàárọ̀ gan.
Ọ̀rọ̀ náà bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tèmi.
All right, make it brief.
Okay, yes sir, ẹ ṣé sà. Number one, ẹnìkan sẹ́ǹdì ó ní àwọn lọ́balọ́ba.
Ó yá kíákíá. 1 minute.
1 minute, sir.
1 minute.
Ó ní àwọn lọ́balọ́ba ipe ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́tà kan ipe bóyá kẹtún kílẹ̀.
Ṣé bí lẹ́tà yẹn wà self-explanatory?
Okay, ọ̀nà tó kà. Okay.
Mo mọ̀ listen.
Very strong letter.
Yes, sir. Okay, ó wà self-explanatory.
Yes.
Okay, ẹ ṣé sà. Ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi gangan ẹ jọ ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà àti màmá wa ti wà lórí ìjókòó. Àwọn tó ń fún mọ́ ni mo ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tinubu wọn ni mo dẹ̀ ti ń pe owó yẹn fún àwọn àgbààgbà Yorùbá. Gbówó tí mo gbà èmi náà lò. Tí n bá dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé ẹ jọ ẹ̀yin tí n bá ti fún lówó ẹ send receipt sí mi o torí kí lè.
Yóò gbowó lọ́wọ́ tí ẹ̀yọ́ lára ẹ̀ ojoojúmọ́ ló ń pè mí ní ọ̀dà wa.
bàbá ayílóge mo lè sọ fún àwọn kan dẹ̀ ń fi bú mi pé 75 ni mí pé mi ò ní láti tẹ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan tí mo need wọ́n ní ìgbà kan ṣe ṣá oríṣiríṣi wọ́n ti ṣe fídíò oríṣiríṣi kan fi ń bú mi èmi ẹjọ́ mo fẹ́ change orúkọ mi sí Èbúdọ́lá mo fẹ́ change orúkọ mi sí Òsénì Èbúdọ́lá tó yẹ yí.
ẹ̀yin náà lọ fáwọn ọ̀bọ̀n yín bàbá kẹ́dà yín bàbá ayílóge.
That's why o ṣe jàre orí kò fáìn bíi tèmi.
mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ bàbá mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ gbogbo àwọn national leadership ta nílé mi inú wa dùn inú mi dùn irú eléyìí ní ká máa rí. I want to appreciate everybody àti ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fi the last 3 hours yìí pẹ̀lú mi yẹ kó wà níbi iṣẹ́ sí àgàgà àwọn tó jẹ́ pé the difference in time zones tí wọ́n fi time nílẹ̀ láti dúró tiwa. I want to appreciate all of you. Bàbá ní kí n kíyan ní ká dúpẹ́ lọ yín. Olóyè Ìgbòho náà ní ká dúpẹ́ lọ yín. Gbogbo àwọn eminent people tó wà lórí ìkànnì lẹ́nìí wọ́n ní ká dúpẹ́ lọ yín. Irú eléyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bàbá ṣe suggest a máa ṣe. And for all the media people that are hooked to this network, I'm sure many people will go through YouTube, other outlets to watch this program. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all the media presenters that are present here today. God bless you all. Àwọn gbogbo àwọn tí àlebẹ̀ sí dárúkọ oníkọ̀ọ̀kan gbogbo yín la fẹ́ kí la dúpẹ́ lọ yín o. Bàbá ẹ ṣé gan àmàrí yín bá gbogbo àwọn olóyè tó wà níbí mo dúpẹ́ lọ yín o. God bless you.
When are we going to hold the next one?
2 weeks time.
2 weeks time, sir.
Oh, 1 week.
1 week, sir. Okay.
Let's
the first order.
Let's hold it every Thursday.
Okay, sir. The first order come and say town hall meeting.
Every week.
Kobrusa.
Every Thursday.
Kobrusa, we work on it together. Yes, sir. So bóyá kí n béèrè fún national anthem kádẹ parí ẹ̀ síbẹ̀. So bàbá we agree to declare the meeting closer.
It's closed.
It's closed. Ẹ fún wa national anthem. Then ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀yin fẹ́ tún bú Ọ̀túnba Lábọ̀dé ṣe ni ẹgbẹ́ ààrẹ mo dé o.
Oh yeah, play national anthem, my friend. Kì í ṣe show, you are not on your show. National assignment lélẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ti pọ̀ jù. Tó bá ṣọ́ra queen Hajj ló máa host the next one.
No problem. I want
a beautiful face.
Àwọn ló kọ àwọn èèyàn tèmi ni.
Èyí wọn ajá kẹ́yìn ní àfẹ́kọ́ òsè rárá. Ó yẹ kí ọkọ̀ ajá kẹ́yìn. Yomi na expect wọn ajá kẹ́yìn. Wọ́n yẹ wọ́n ajá kẹ́yìn.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n mi ò dé.
Yóò fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ àkàtàn tó wà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká forí ìdílé yìí.
Bàbá
wọ́n ṣèlú wa ni.
Ok, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ national anthem wa. Ẹ ṣé o.
Thank you.